Hello, welcome to Joy News at 6. The news is live on Joy 99.7 FM and hits 103.9 FM in Accra. In Kumasi, we're live on Love 99.5 FM and over 30 affiliates across Ghana's 16 regions, including Jubilee and Suncity Radio's Kata, Saboba FM Saboba, and A1 Radio Bolgatanga. Get radio, TV, and online content on the myjoyonline.com interactive app for Android and iOS devices. Coming up, looming food insecurity as floods devastate several farmlands in the northeast region.
Some of the farms have been washed away completely, so nothing will be harvested from those areas. And I can tell you, we need to brace up.
We have more as NADMO assesses impact of the destruction to provide relief items to affected farmers. Also, ECOWAS' decision to intervene in the Niger political crisis will have to be approved by the United Nations Security Council, but a security expert is optimistic Russia will vote against the move.
Indeed, it's more likely for Russia to veto the whole enterprise. And that is the end of the game. The use of force option by ECOWAS should not take place.
The minority NDC insists any troop movement from Ghana will have to be approved by Parliament.
You want to declare war on another country, you need the people's consent because war is war.
In business,
Data Protection Commission to begin active enforcement of the Data Protection Act 843 today as businesses that fail to register with the Commission face sanctions, including prison terms. Details on the Joy Business Report.
And later, Whispers in the Dark will tell you how lack of official data is hampering the work of experts in the fight against suicide, especially among children and adolescents.
If you follow the media reports, you'll be troubled because the numbers keep increasing. The challenge is that we don't have official data.
I am Amesi Nyamiche Thompson. Please stay tuned. Food security in the country is at a grave risk as the northeast region grapples with a major devastation to its crops. Recent floods have wreaked havoc to several acres of farmlands while displacing many residents. Northeast Regional Minister Idana Zakaria says this will not only jeopardize local livelihoods but also threaten the broader food supply chain in the country.
Many farms have been inundated, especially those who grow maize. Once that happens, you are sure that you are not going to get anything. Some of the farms have been washed away completely, so nothing will be harvested from those areas. And I can tell you, we need to brace up. It doesn't look so good with what has happened, but God is in control. The season is almost gone. This time around, if anybody can do cropping at all in my region, it should be beans. And even the beans, one is not too sure about whether you can even harvest because of the short period of rainfall. But for maize and the other cereals, the season is over. So it looks like we need to be very prayerful.
Also, the regional minister is saying that the NADMO is still assessing the situation to provide support for the affected farmers.
NADMO is putting together the names of affected communities and individuals. And when that is done, any support that will come from within and outside, from benevolent individuals and corporations, when we put all that together, we will make that available to affected people. So I just want to use your medium to appeal to corporate Ghana that the people of the Northeast region, they need assistance. So whatever form of assistance that they have will be most welcome.
Northeast Regional Minister Yidana Zakaria. In a related development, Northern Regional Director of NADMO, Abdullah Salifu, says the bodies of 4 farmers from Galingpegu in the Tolon district of the Northern region who drowned in the Golinga Dam while returning from their farm have been retrieved.
7 people went to the farm and they were returning to the community, and unfortunately they were using a canoe and the canoe capsized. Out of these 7, 3 of them were able to swim out. Unfortunately, 4 of them got drowned. Fortunately, I led a team inside the water, and myself, because I am someone who knows how to swim and can swim very well. Unfortunately, I personally found the 4th one, and it was retrieved.
Now to Parliament, Speaker Alban Bagbin says some African countries are looking up to Ghana to pass a model anti-gay law to enable them implement same in their respective countries. The Proper Human Sexual Rights and Family Values Bill is currently at the consideration stage in Parliament and when passed will introduce wide-ranging restrictions on gay rights. Already, the United States Ambassador to Ghana, Virginia Palmer, has said passage of the bill could affect direct foreign investment. The World Bank has halted lending to Uganda over the passage of a similar bill, saying the law fundamentally contradicts the bank's values.
A lot of inter-ethnic harmony, and that makes Ghana strong and stable and attractive for investment. I hope it stays that way with regard to the LGBT community. And again, there's money to be made. If there is discrimination or worse, then that will send a signal to not just LGBT investors and exporters, but the other American companies that Ghana is less welcoming than I'm telling people that it is now.
But Speaker of Parliament Alban Bagbin insists the bill will be passed to restrict foreign cultural intrusion in Ghana.
And we are looking at the intrusion of foreign values and norms in our culture and tradition by looking at this LGBTQRRSS something. To say that this thing that is happening, if we don't legislate on it, as I stated earlier on, it will be worse than COVID-19.
Speaker of Parliament Alban Bagbin. Now, ECOWAS last week resolved to intervene in the political crisis in Niger after an extraordinary summit, but that can only happen with the approval of the United Nations Security Council. The military intervention seeks to reinstate the democratically elected President Mohamed Bazoum. But security analyst Colonel Festus Abuaje, retired, says Russia, a permanent member of the council, may vote against it, which may render the ECOWAS decision useless.
There must be a vote in the council, and there must be at least 9 members that vote in support of that action. And out of the 9, all 5 permanent members of the Security Council must vote yes. It is not likely, under the circumstances, given all the information that we have, that Russia will cast a yes vote.
Well, Ghana has committed to deploy troops. However, ranking member on the Defense and Interior Committee of Parliament, James Agaga, says such a decision must seek the approval of Parliament.
The people of this country think through their representatives will be disastrous. Because you see, you're going to war, you want to declare war on another country, you need the people's consent.
James Agalga is ranking member on the Defense and Interior Committee in Parliament. Now, the Office of the Attorney General has filed an appeal against the conviction of a 25-year-old Joshua Mankwa, who was arrested by police officers at Kaswa Walantu for insulting them after they conducted a search on him, together with other passengers in a taxi cab, and found nothing incriminating them. Following the appeal, the AG has secured bail for the 25-year-old man. Now, it is not common to see children and adolescents die in suicides today than it was 10 years ago. As my colleague Ohim Interior discovered in his latest Hotline documentary, Whispers in the Dark, many children, some as young as 7 years, virtually end their lives every day in Ghana. But lack of official data on suicide, especially among minors, could scuttle efforts of experts to tailor strategies to deal with the menace. Here are excerpts.
Attempted suicide until now was criminal, punishable by law. But experts are worried lack of data on suicide, especially for those that involve children and adolescents, could spell doom for the country. First is Dr. Emmanuel Niboy-Kwashi, a suicidologist at the psychology department at the University of Ghana. He wants the government to take the lead in the collection of official data on suicide.
If you follow the media reports, you'll be troubled because the numbers keep increasing. The challenge is that we don't have official data. What I mean is that government has not set up a system, like a surveillance system, to routinely collect data on suicide. As we speak, the Ghana Health Service has made an effort.
President of the Psychiatric Association of Ghana, Dr. Ruth Osuantwi, insists The time is now to pay attention to suicide among minors.
When we clam all the figures together, it becomes difficult for us to know where even to focus the attention. Some earlier studies have tried to categorize the age, but we tend to forget and pay attention to them. Even if they are the second highest or the third highest, it is still very worrying because these are our future leaders. And if we are losing them to suicide, then the future of the country is very bleak.
From Kumasi, for Joy News, Oime reporting.
Well, Whispers in the Dark is this morning at 8:30 a.m. on Joy FM and 8:30 p.m. on JoyNews TV and on all social media handles. And that's how we end the bulletin. In our top story, looming food insecurity as floods devastate several farmlands in the northeast region. I'm Amisi Nyamiche Thompson. Business is next on the Super Morning Show.
You know, Papa, see that? And it's rickety car. Hey, Papa! Bobo, so how your engine now? It is half man, half amazing. Thanks to Quartz and you can feel better energy. Can't touch this. Actually, guys, so Sancho's engine just died like that? Yes, so somebody managed to convince him that there is a better engine oil than Quartz, and he switched. Sancho Panza. Now, which engine oil can be better than Quartz? No other, my guy. Quartz with its age-resistant technology, it keeps your engine younger for longer. Now you know. Have you guys seen the new bottle design? It's superb. Quartz 9000 from Total Energies there improves fuel efficiency. Why do you think Mr. Mane and Logoso have taken the Quartz Nation movement World Cup like that? Sorry. Chairman. Quartz. Keep your engine younger for longer.
Behind every door lies a world of opportunities.
And with Absa's flexible loans, you hold the master key to open all the doors to your dreams.
Doors to a new horizon and everything you could ever dream of. At Absa, we help you open the doors to all your dreams. Whether you want to buy a home, a plot of land, or finance your personal projects, our flexible personal loans, mortgage, and credit cards can make it happen. Visit absa.com.gh to discover how to get things done. That's Africanacity. That's Absa. Terms and conditions apply.
Your preferred retirement partner, Apex Trustee, offers you an unmatched pension administration service that guarantees a cheerful life of retirement for both formal and informal sector workers. Our Progress Occupational Pension Scheme, the Progress Provident Fund Scheme, and the Progress Personal Pension Scheme will help you achieve financial peace of mind during retirement. Apex Trustee provides employer-sponsored schemes, including staff welfare schemes, seeking to outsource the day-to-day administration of their second-tier occupational pension and third-tier provident fund schemes. Start the quality lifestyle journey you envisage for your retirement now. Call us on 0504 368048 or 0256 793330. Apex Trustee, a joyous retirement begins here.
Yeah, Charlie, so many vibes and I want 10 father, my sanaba. My many papa and you're not for more fear more acquaintum. She be bianya so a maniscaco fear and fancy that near fear for before Javis no parking. A bear man Sujai Casa. Thanks to Sukasa, how hard to your nature. Sukasa see a damn brony friend affordable luxury homes, or more 2, 3, 4 bedrooms, where you're fully gated or grants and communities, or more malls, clubhouse, and all social amenities, plus 24-hour security. Almost our flexible payments, and yeah, I know my dear at Dow Casa. Plus 100% guaranteed cashback. Yes, 100% guaranteed cashback. No quick finances stories. Contact Sukasa right now through phone calls or WhatsApp on 030-296-0865 and 055-369-7886. Charlie social media so more, baby. You can find them on Facebook, Instagram, LinkedIn, and YouTube at Sukasa GH. Email Susie at info@sukasa.com.gh. Sukasa, building on trust.
Welcome to the Visa Summer Experience. Enjoy offers from merchants worldwide. Get your visa. Explore the world with complimentary travel insurance. Relax in premium airport lounges worldwide. Check in with exotic hotel deals. Relish sweet deals on restaurants. Fuel your adventure with discounted car rentals. And if you want to shop online, we've got offers for you too. There's so much for every traveler. Visit africa.visa.com today.
In an era where the business environment is constantly changing, The need for accounting and finance professionals who can guide and lead organizations to sustainable success is critical. The good news is, CIMA's CGMA designation, held by over 150,000 professionals globally, delivers the skills, competencies, and mindsets that employers require. Learn more about the CGMA designation at www.aicpa-cima.com or email accra@aicpa-cima.com.
Charlie, that be the sound you hear when things make hot. I'm sure this is not battery, just cash flow. Laja no day. It is safe to say we are all facing challenging times. We are all wondering how we are going to lighten our financial burdens. Nowhere cool. But don't worry, with a little help from your trusted bank, Societe Generale Ghana, be Biara Bayer fine. Societe Generale Ghana is making all its customers happy with the Yatiso Loans promo. In fact, SG Ghana customers and even non-customers who are on the controller and accountant general payroll can enjoy access to our amazing discounted loans. Don't waste time. Get your loan today. Step into a branch or call 0302-214-314 to get the ball rolling. Terms and conditions apply. Remember, promotion ends on 29 September 2023. Societe Generale Ghana. The future is you.
Just be happy. Don't you worry.
Are you a corporate organization, e-commerce business, individual or student looking for a trusted courier company where you can track your package and receive SMS alerts to keep you posted? At IAS FedEx, we move your documents and parcels with care to the destination of your choice. With offices across the nation, we happily deliver your package to your office or the comfort of your home. With the assurance of safety and affordability giving you peace of mind, IAS FedEx has your package in good hands. Call us on +233 501 605,000 or +233 501 631,000. IAS, licensee of FedEx.
Welcome back, and thank you very much for staying with us here on the Super Morning Show on Joy 99.7 FM. And the 6 a.m. news brought to us by Total Energies. Total, we go the extra mile for you, and Absa Bank Ghana Limited, helping you find a way to get things done. Coming up is the Joy Business Report brought to us by Glyco Life Travel Insurance. Glyco, we cushioned you for life. Agbafu.
Good morning.
Yeah, good morning. How you doing?
I'm good. You?
I'm okay. I've been under the weather.
Sorry.
Had a bit of a flu over the weekend, but we're getting better.
Yeah.
It's like
you will get better. You
feels
have to
like,
get better.
Yes, I am better. That's the way to go. Feels like that's a bit of it's been a bit cold these days, and
yeah, it's the month of August. It's the coldest month of the year. So.
Yeah. That explains it. Because a lot of people are under the weather. You're asking yourself the question, what's happening?
Flu.
Yeah, in an era where. In a country where we've experienced COVID, or in an era where we experienced COVID not too long ago, you're always concerned. But you know what, Darrell? Over the weekend on Newsfile, lots of interesting conversations. But there was definitely a conversation about the Bank of Ghana. Listen.
And they said build a hospital. So no one is saying that Bank of Ghana cannot build. But how did they build the hospital? They built the hospital from the profits they had made. And so they decided to invest part of the profits in building the hospital. You don't make a loss of 60 billion Ghana cedis and have a negative equity of 55%. You know what negative equity means?
We are dealing with BOG fairly to the extent that we are asking the governor and the two deputies to resign because they've been co-architects of this, our economic hardship. Yeah.
All right, so that's, you heard earlier from Enusa Fuseni, former member of parliament for Tamale Central, and then Martin Pebu, who's a legal practitioner. I know there are a lot of views about the Bank of Ghana and all of that, but later on the show we'll bring you a full wrap on what transpired on Saturday on Newsfile. But also coming up this morning, I've told you whispers in the dark, how the young men and women, young boys and girls are taking their lives. They're dying by suicide. These are young ones, okay? One says, my mother doesn't love me. Imagine, look, you're a parent. Just think about that. People who are attempting to take their lives. And how come nobody gets to see these things? What are the signs that we should be looking out for? How do we prevent these things from happening? research indicates that about 20% of the adolescents have contemplated dying by suicide.
20%, that's a huge figure.
That's a huge figure.
Wow.
Anyway, we'll get into all of this here on the Super Morning Show, but now time for the Joy Business Report with Darryl Kwao and the team.
Hello everyone, good morning. Welcome to the Joy Business Report. Coming up this morning, Data Protection Commission to begin active enforcement of the Data Protection Act 843 today. Businesses including Hisense and Morocco Fast Food that have failed to register with the Commission face sanctions, including prison term. Also, Bank of Ghana maintains financial support extended to the government for last year was legal as they secured the necessary approval from Parliament. Also, Internal Audit Agency says it has uncovered many public sector workers with different date of birth, a move that will cut down ghost names on government payroll and save the country from wastage. Details coming up. My name is Darryl Kwao. Thanks for being with us this morning. Hello to our friends listening from Koforidua on KTU Radio. First up, the Data Protection Commission will today begin active enforcement of the Data Protection Act 843. Businesses that have failed to register with the Commission as data controllers but are processing personal data liable to summary conviction, to a fine, or a term of imprisonment. Falling under the radar for non-compliance include Hisense Group and Morocco Fast Food, out of many others on the compiled list for prosecution. In a statement, the Data Protection Commission said it intends to recover some millions of cedis owed the state by non-compliant authorities that have been notified of their legal obligations but have failed to act in compliance with Act 843. The enforcement action by the Commission will continue to ensure that all businesses processing personal data assume their legal obligations under the Data Protection Act. Now, the Bank of Ghana has maintained that financial support extended to the government last year was legal as it secured the necessary approval from Parliament. The minority in Parliament, in a statement, denied approving budget support and participation in the debt exchange program. Here's George Affe with more.
Based on their engagement with some directors of the Bank of Ghana, they maintain that their act allows the bank to step in and make what it calls temporary advances to government. Under those emergency circumstances, the Governor of the Bank of Ghana, the Minister of Finance, and Controller and Accountant General shall meet and decide on the limit of borrowing. The Finance Minister is then required to submit a report to Parliament, which the Finance Ministry says it was done. The Bank of Ghana again points to sections of the Act which says the Governor of the Bank of Ghana is not supposed to report directly to Parliament on this financing, but rather submit a report to the Finance Minister, which should be laid before the House for consideration. The Bank of Ghana claims all these things were done before the financial assistance was extended to government. We've also been told by the Bank of Ghana that the amendment of Act 918 passed in 2016 did not repeal the current act which aided this financial support to government.
George Affe with that report. Economist Professor Godfrey Bokwing is calling for stringent measures that will compel the Finance Minister to obey the Fiscal Responsibility Act to cut overspending. He argues that the suspension of the Act in 2018 gave the Finance Minister the opportunity to spend recklessly without assessing its impact on the economy. Speaking to Joy Business, Professor Bokwing stressed the need for Parliament to ensure that finance ministers do not ignore the Fiscal Responsibility Act to protect the public purse.
Once you were kicked out of the market, and at that time the fiscal vulnerabilities were clear. We had just come out of COVID interspersed with 2020 election. The abuse was clear. The fiscal deficit was higher than anticipated. But then we had suspended the Fiscal Responsibility Act. Even when it was in full operation, we never complied with it. We massaged the numbers largely. Okay, even right from 2018, you will see that we were reporting deficit on a parallel level, with and without. Deficit without financial sector cleanup, and then the energy sector indebtedness. Once we excluded those ones.
You heard economist Professor Godfrey Bokwing. The Internal Audit Agency says it has uncovered many public sector workers with different dates of birth, a move that will cut down ghost names on government payroll and save the country from wastage. According to its chief executive, Dr. Eric Oduosai, it has adopted a preventive approach to reduce abuse of public funds. Speaking at a post-budget forum organized by the Institute of Chartered Accountants Ghana, Dr. Oduosai said the element of unearned salaries has been reducing.
We don't want to spend money chasing money that have been stolen. That we don't want to go there again. I want to adopt a preventive approach. That is why on a quarterly basis, every internal audit unit will have to submit the report. Internal audit unit will do a follow-up. Where there is culpability it is criminal, we work with you to get you prosecuted or we retrieve the money. And that has been doing on a consistent basis. The ESP thing too. Now you see that the ghost bill is a thing of the past, which is reducing. The element of unearned salary is reducing. The working have the controller, the Ministry of Finance, to make sure that we clean up the compensation of government payroll and the HRMIS that is also linking to the central payment system is also weeding out a lot of those names.
You had Chief Executive Officer of the Internal Audit Agency, Dr. Eric Oduosai. President of the Association of Ghana Industries, Dr. Humphrey Dake, has raised concern about the high tariffs of the port, saying the businesses of members are being destroyed. According to him, the timing is not right for the increases because of the current economic condition that businesses are battling with. He tells Joy Business government must do something about it.
Well, those are the dynamics that comes with a contraction economy, a low productive economy, and services becomes the route through which a number of revenues and levies are collected from businesses. This government of levies coming from the port now are constraining our activities in terms of the business services that we offer within these geographical areas. So they are not pleasing and exciting times to have price adjusted.
President of the Association of Ghana Industries, Dr. Humphrey Dake. Ecobank Ghana has organized a conference for holders of its junior savings account to inculcate and promote the culture of savings in young people. According to Executive Director of Ecobank Ghana, Dr. Edward Botre, children stand to enjoy interest on amounts they save. He spoke to Joy Business at the launch.
In terms of returns that they receive, there are lots of them. One, the interest rates that we pay out on this account, but even beyond the interest rates that we pay out, I think the whole culture of getting kids to learn how to save, the ideas and thoughts that we share with them, the benefits go beyond interest rates. It goes way beyond having an account. It covers lessons that we do share with them also.
Executive Director of Ecobank Ghana, Dr. Edward Botre. The Ghana Cocoa Board has announced that it will make investment into quaternary health infrastructure to help its farmers and also promote health tourism. This type of health facility, according to Cocoa Board, will be higher compared to the tertiary healthcare system, such as the Kolebu Teaching Hospital. Delivering a lecture at the UPSA, Chief Executive Joseph Wine Edu said the investment will yield good returns in future.
The Ghana Cocoa Board and the cocoa industry plays a pivotal role supporting the development of this country. We think it is important that we arrange with the private sector to have such a facility in Ghana. And we call that the quaternary, the quaternary facility. Once we have that, then it will even become a tourism, health facility, so that people from the West African region, for example, instead of maybe going to South Africa or going to Europe, going to, let's say, Asia or any place, going to the US for certain treatment, can then come to Ghana.
You heard Chief Executive of Cocoa Board Joseph Wine Edu. Turn to the stock market. Shares of Societe Generale and Total Energies are expected to be on high demand on the stock market this week. Here's Grace Monayan of Data Bank Research with a preview of market activities.
Last week, the bourse registered 6 price movers of 3 gainers and 3 laggards. Fan Milk, GCB Bank and Standard Chartered Bank all gained on the market, whereas MTN Ghana, Access Bank and Ecobank Ghana ended the week with losses. Outweighed by the losses, the Ghana Stock Exchange Composite Index reprieved 2.45% of its gains, reducing its year-to-date gain to 24.83%, while the Data Bank Stock Index fell 1.85% weekly, with its year-to-date gains declining to 13.31%. Based on the outstanding bids and offers on the market, we tip Societe Generale and Total Energies to rise this week, while we forecast MTN to fall. For Joy Business reports Grace Munanion of Data Bank Research.
Thanks, Grace. Let's check the markets as we wrap up this morning. The dollar going for 11 cedis 43 pesos on the currency market. The pound going for 14 cedis 83 pesos. The euro going for 12 cedis 65 pesos. On the commodity market, crude oil open trading this morning at $85 a barrel. Gold lost marginally, selling this morning at $1,944 an ounce. Cocoa, however, trading at $3,357 a ton after losing marginally. More news on our website, myjoyonline.com/business. My name is Darryl Kwal. Thanks for listening. The Super Morning Show continues, and here's Winston.
Thank you very much, Darryl Kwal, for joining us with the Joy Business Report. Do have a lovely day.
You
I'm
too.
happy that the dollar seems to be where it was on Friday, so we'll take it like that. And I would hope that the city would appreciate against the dollar.
Definitely.
Okay, so that fuel prices will be stable. I had Reverend say this morning that he went to Lagos and there was no traffic in Lagos. So he asked, what's happening here? And everybody says, oh, it's because of fuel prices. So now people prefer to, maybe get into a bus or something and not drive. I don't want us to get to that situation.
Yeah.
When they go up, everything goes up in this country.
That's a sad reality.
Still to come this morning here on the Super Morning Show. I know we've been talking about issues of Niger. Well, security analysts have had their own say on Newsfile.
If we take 4 countries that are having coup d'etats, as against those that have not had a military coup d'etat, but have had constitutional coups, what it means is that what we are now looking at the credibility and the future sustainability of the ECOWAS project. Niger must be handled carefully.
So the lessons of diplomacy show that it is not a very quick fix. That because you are engaging diplomatically, all of a sudden you achieve results. Let's come back to the diplomatic option because it is a less costly, less riskier, and it is the one that is likely to succeed.
So earlier you heard from that's Professor Kwesi Ening and Colonel Festus Abaji. Let's now get to our inspirational song for today, brought to us by Duraplast Ghana Limited, producers of quality PVC and HDPE pipes and water tank. Where Duraplast goes, water flows. And it's FEM Foundation. They're here on the Super Morning Show on Joy 99.7 FM. Good morning, Mama V.
Hi, Winston. Good morning. It's good to be up, alive, but I could not help it but think about our hotline documentary today.
Yes.
You know, to think that we're losing children to suicide. These are children, and there are no surveillance system, if you like. And to think that a 7-year-old took poison because he felt his mother liked his younger brother more than she liked him. I mean, it's just heartbreaking. I have 2 young boys, and it got me thinking, am I giving the impression that I like one more than I like the other? I mean, it's just, oh God.
I mean, you're very right, and you would ask yourself the question, so did that guy give any signs? How come we never saw it? And there, I mean, look, I was listening to the boy who was supposed to be helping the mother.
Yeah.
And then, you know, dies by suicide. And you're asking yourself the very simple question, did he give any signs? And the mother makes the point that, you know, this is a boy that had never disobeyed her before. Then finally she's telling him, go and sleep. He says no. But previously he would have just gone ahead and slept if the mother said, go and sleep. So you ask yourself, what are some of the signs they show? How do we identify, or how do we see these things so we can prevent them from happening? Because that woman's story is very touching.
Yeah.
Look, imagine having to sell by the very tree that your son hanged himself on. Think about it. Like, you know, every day you see that this is how your son died. Ordinarily, she should not be living there. She should not be living there. She should definitely have been taken away from that area. But hey, this is her pain daily.
Yeah.
And so today we'll talk more about this. I mean, your mother, I mean, anyway, we'll give you more.
It's just the lessons that we can learn. The lessons that we can learn. But listen, let's bring our Drive Safe campaign to you. It's brought to you by JoyNews and Multimedia Group, supported by Toyota Superior Quality. Please avoid all distractions. Keep both eyes on the road and hands on the steering wheel. And please make way for pedestrians. Traffic lights still not working. Those areas that have been reporting.
Awoshi Ablekuma stretch, where we are told that about 40 people have lost their lives from January to August this year. And you know, we recall that in August 2020, residents demonstrated at one of these 40 traffic lights, and the demonstration that began in the morning on a quiet note took a harsh turn when the protesters decided to block the major roads, attracting the attention of the police. It's been 3 whole long years. Why is it so difficult for us to fix these lights on the Awoshi Ablekuma stretch? Please, let us fix the traffic lights. Enough. This is one stretch of road. Why should it be so difficult for us? Anyway, that's our Drive Safe campaign, because look, we need to do these things in order to prevent accidents from happening. Let's get into our Drive Safe campaign. Hey,
no, let's say it right.
Let's learn how to
Winston,
say it right.
say it right.
Drive Safe campaign. Well, let's learn how to say it right. It's brought to us by Kingdom Books. At Kingdom, quality and affordability are their hallmarks. And Societe Generale Bank Ghana, the future is you.
Something must be done.
So today's Say It Right is very simple. How do you pronounce S-A-Y-S? S-A-Y-S. Over the weekend, I had some persons pronounce it as says. Well, I know it's confusing, bearing in mind that the word itself is pronounced say. However, S-A-Y-S is pronounced says. Don't be confused. Okay? In the third person singular, it is says and not says, not says. You may be confused by the first person singular say, and so in adding an S, you think says. Please. This is pronounced as says. And so now that you know how to say it right, go ahead and say it right. A newspaper review brought to us by First Atlantic Bank, refreshingly different. And Syntax Tank, a year strong, a year tough.
And I'll start with the Finder newspaper.
Before we get into the Finder newspaper, let's go for a wrap on Newsfile, what happened over the weekend on issues concerning the Bank of Ghana. So let's go for a wrap of Newsfile over the weekend.
My advice is negotiation. Backdoor channels in which ECOWAS's face is safe, the meeting of the heads of states and government, that authority is preserved, and then the junta in Niger is also given the opportunity to save face. Whatever it is, if we come to the negotiating table, ECOWAS will come from a position of weakness because it's failed in Guinea, Mali, Burkina Faso, and it's made even grander statements in which it has had to pull back. Multilateral organizations function when its members voluntarily comply and bind themselves to the rules that they have signed on to. If we take 4 countries that are having coup d'etats, as against those that have not had a military coup d'etat, but have had constitutional coups, what it means is that what we are now looking at the credibility and the future sustainability of the ECOWAS project. Niger must be handled carefully.
It is very, very critical in any war or warlike operation to have an effective mission support or combat service support. Imagine Ghana going. We need to go with us about 90 days supply of what we're going to eat, whether it's Gary or whatever. Then we need a medical support. It's crucial. We need to find the money to pay them because we've set a precedent that this is not a peacekeeping operation. And then we need to establish allowances to pay them. Where is this budget going to come from under our current IMF imposed limitations or restrictions? The options are a bit dire. And giving diplomacy the chance doesn't mean that, of course, ECOWAS's image will be tarnished. But didn't Obama draw a red line in Syria's sand? And Syria crossed it, and Obama didn't respond. It happened. In Liberia, we struck about 14 agreements before we finally brought it to an end. 14 ceasefires, cessation of hostilities. Accra has about 3, Akosombo, Abuja, Cotonou, all of these. So the lessons of diplomacy show that it is not a very, quick fix. That because you are engaging diplomatically, all of a sudden you achieve results. Let's come back to the diplomatic option because it is a less costly, less riskier, and it is the one that is likely to succeed, giving an exit strategy that is admissible, acceptable to all parties, i.e. Niger and ECOWAS.
So those are the experts, security experts, advising that let's use diplomacy and not think about, going to use force. Well, lots of conversation about Niger and what's been happening within the sub-region. You ask yourself the simple question, why are we having these insurgency, insurrection, or coup d'etat? When I spoke with Ambassador Musa Fatau, who's the commissioner of the ECOWAS Commission in charge of political affairs, security, and safety, he's talked about how in a lot of our countries, the feeling is that democracy is not helping. The feeling is that we've only become an electoral democracy. So every time there's elections, we go to vote, and that's the end of it. The people do not see the benefits of this so-called democracy. They are underdeveloped. So go to Niger, for instance, they're producing lots of uranium that is helping the energy needs of France, for instance. But a huge part of the country lives in darkness. Okay? So you ask yourself, why would we be producing all of these needed for the generation of electricity, and we can't even enjoy electricity? But the other question is this: what signal does it send if ECOWAS continues to use diplomacy? As it delays, does it send the signal that you could also do same and nobody would attack you or nobody can sanction you? That's where the discussion is.
There was a big question of how do we resolve Niger to prevent further destabilization. And in terms of the diplomatic way of resolving the matter. I thought I heard Professor Kwesianin says it's a long-term thing, it's not short-term, and that our leaders may not have learned from Liberia, because if we learn from history, then we would know how to approach this, and that ECOWAS is acting hastily. So I guess the diplomatic route is a lot slower, we may think, but it looks like our best option now.
Indeed it does. Let's get into the papers now, and the Business and Financial Times for today says rice imports face major decline as India bans export to developing countries, and I'm sure we'll be interested in that. It says an export ban of non-basmati white rice to developing countries by India has raised concerns among stakeholders of possible rice import cuts to the country. So we know, it says that last July, India, the world's largest exporter of rice, banned the export of white rice in an effort to keep domestic prices in check. And India's Food and Consumer Affairs Ministry, I like that, Food and Consumer Affairs Ministry, explained that the decision was taken to ensure adequate availability in the country and to allay rice price hikes in that country. And we're told that as the decision is expected to heavily impact many developing countries around the globe, the Chamber of Agribusiness Ghana has said several African nations, including Ghana, Benin, Angola, Kenya, Ivory Coast, which are major buyers of basmati rice from India, will suffer from this ban. But what I do know is that it presents us an opportunity to actually produce more locally, buy what we consume locally, and help our farmers to also produce more and even consider exporting to other African countries.
Question is, would we take advantage?
Well, we need to take advantage. Look, I mean, this is the problem, Mamavi. We cannot pretend that we can continuously import rice into this country when we can also produce rice. The whole idea of a domestication sometimes in a country that is so dependent on imports. And you look at your currency. Okay, so what can you do? Can you produce these locally? Is there even the possibility of exporting it? As part of the reason I say consistently. So if there's production, Electrochem and Co, they're producing salt in this country in abundance. Why can't we strike a deal with Nigeria and export salt to them? What is this whole idea of, ECOWAS trading, within the sub-region and within the African region, when we cannot take advantage of all of these things? For me, that's the most important thing. Anyway, inflation outlook for August 2023 could prompt further policy action. And we're told that the economy is bracing itself for another surge in headline inflation come August 2023, with the market watchers pointing to the likelihood of additional monetary tightening measures by the Bank of Ghana. It doesn't seem like ending anytime soon. And Ghana-USA trade hits all-time record. Economic activity in ECOWAS to recover in 2024, anchored in strength. Zenith Bank's steady pursuit of excellence in the first half of 2023. ZPay's profits surge 274.5% in 2022, post 32 million after tax. And the back page says entities urged to enroll on GANEPS or have themselves to blame.
All right, the Finder newspaper is reporting 1.9 million Ghana cedis was paid to 95 ghosts, and this is actually contained in the Auditor General's report. Bono Regional Health Directorate accused of inserting names on Sunyani Regional Hospital's electronic payments voucher. A bit of details of that. It says, in a shocking revelation, the Auditor General has discovered that 95 unknown names have been paid salaries totaling 1.9 million Ghana cedis between January and December 2021. What is even more baffling is that these unknown names were validated as staff of Sunyani Regional Hospital in the Bono region and paid salaries every month. However, when staff of the Auditor General's Department conducted a head count of personnel of the hospital, the 95 were nowhere to be found. When questioned, the Human Resource Manager of Sunyani Regional Hospital, Mr. Nicholas Opong, explained that the officers were placed on the hospital's electronic payment voucher by the Bono Regional Health Directorate, and that the officers were unknown to the hospital.
Well, So how do they get onto the payroll? Somebody put them on
by the directorates, according to the explanation.
So the directorate should be made to pay. The directorate. So this whole expenditure is disallowed, and they're surcharged, and they're made to pay. It's as simple as that. Because you're supposed to see, maybe it's very simple.
That's exactly what the Auditor General is asking the Ghana Health Service to do.
Yes, so I mean, just disallow it and surcharge them. I mean, people should be, responsible. People should be made to take the responsibility for their actions.
But if you're a human resource manager of a facility, and your directorate has, that they've put names and they don't exist, they don't work in your hospital, you don't raise any alarm, you just sit back and watch the state pay them?
You also should ask yourself the question, why would anybody sit back and allow the state to pay them? So the next question is that person also a beneficiary of this whole scheme? It mustn't just end there. We must conduct other investigations. What other things may they have done that hasn't been discovered, for instance? So, the thing about auditing is that it presents you an opportunity to correct the wrongs. How do we correct these? Yes, they'll be surcharged, but beyond the surcharge, there should be further investigations. If they violated any rules of service, let them be sanctioned accordingly.
We should also just fish out these people who are withdrawing salaries when they are not doing any work, when they don't even exist in the hospital. We should chase them as well.
The question is, if they don't exist, how do they earn their salary? So what you may see is that somebody then decides, okay, let's increase the number. And so these accounts would find themselves somewhere.
Oh.
So sometimes, for instance, we have used contract staff who are supposed to be paid, so they are paid, through with the use of internally generated funds. And by extension, so whenever they are paid by IGF, somebody goes behind, grabs the money.
Well, we talked about Niger a while ago. Well, a planned meeting by West African Chiefs of Defense Staff to discuss the coup in Niger was postponed on Saturday. No explanation given. Before I wrap up on this, page 11 of the final says the new Patriotic Party flag bearer hopeful John Alan Kwadwo Kyerematen has staked his claim that he's the best candidate to defeat John Mahama and the NDC in the 2024 elections to form the next government. So he believes that a context between Mahama and himself will make it easier for the NPP to garner at least 54% of the votes cast to break the 8, says Alan Kyerematen.
Well, you can expect that. He's talked about, how he can increase the votes of the NPP in the Ashanti region. And we've consistently talked about how the NPP needs the Ashanti region in order to win an election. And so if he says, I can increase your vote in the Ashanti region. And he's also liked in the Volta region, he's talked about that. Well, let's see. 26th August around the corner.
Yeah.
If he makes the cut, then 4th November is also very close.
I listened to some sort of analysis where somebody was making a strong case that the NDC would prefer Dr. Baumia because it will be easy.
Well, let's get to the daily guide for today. IMF clears BOG over 60 billion loss. I'm the best candidate to beat Mahama, Alan Kwadwo Kyerematen. And man kills pal over what? Guess what, Mama V? Over dog meat.
What?
So a 50-year-old man from Cherso in the Ashanti region has been tragically killed in what seems like a battle between two best friends over dog meat. Anyway, let's get into our online news review.
Over food.
On that sad note, let's get into our online
Our online news review is brought to you by Zenith Bank, in your best interest, and Goil Good Energy.
So what do you do when you run out of fuel in your vehicle? Do you just stop up anywhere? Don't do that. Let's introduce you to the Good Energy family and why you must be part. Goil's Super XP Ron 95 and Diesel SP are the best fuels with high performance in town for your vehicle. Goil's Super XP Ron 95 is a high-grade fuel sold at the same price as normal fuel, and Goil Diesel SP is low in sulfur, making it an eco-friendly option for your vehicle. With over 440 stations across the nation, join the family that rewards you with quality for an energized driving experience. Goil Good Energy. Goil, Yara Yedio.
And experience true convenience with a Zenith Visa or MasterCard today. Conveniently shop online, make payments at retail outlets locally and internationally, and effect transactions on ATMs here in Ghana and abroad, all with your Zenith Visa or MasterCard. Don't just hear about it, you've got to experience it. Get your Zenith Visa or MasterCard today at any Zenith Bank branch and experience the true convenience of card payment. Zenith Bank, in your best interests.
So by JoyOnline.com this morning, NPP primaries, 21 aspirants to contest in Upper West region. In the Greater Accra region, I think it's 55 people, filing to contest. Next NDC government will create a 24-hour economy with incentives and tax breaks. That's according to John Dramani Mahama. I don't know if you want to have a say on that, but let's go for the BBC News now, brought to us by Fidelity Bank. Believe with us and log on voice, experience seamless business management.
For decades, we have helped businesses connect with their trade partners all over the globe. From Ghana to Burkina Faso, Côte d'Ivoire, Benin, Togo, Senegal, China, Morocco, France, Netherlands, and many other countries. We have made it possible to bring Ghana to the world. We have brought small and medium businesses closer to their customers across the regions in Ghana with our SME support facilities. We have brought relief and smiles to the faces of families with our employee personal loans. With our cutting-edge technology and digital support, we take the burden of complex thinking off you, making life simple. That is who we are, as close as a partner. Bank of Africa. We are indeed the African bank with the global reach.
Want to feel energized for more? Fuel up with Super XP Ron 95 and Diesel XP high performance products from Goyle. Our high grade fuel comes at no extra cost, but with more power. And our Diesel XP, it's low in sulfur, making it an eco-friendly option for your vehicle. Experience high performance and quality with our products. Available everywhere. Choose Super XP Ron 95 and Diesel XP for an energizing driving experience. Good energy.
Long time, my brother. Hey, Kwame, I didn't even see you. But where are you going to dressed up in this black attire? Yeah, where's your car? Don't tell me you still haven't been able to fix it after the accident.
My house got bent. I lost my job. Long time ago.
Oh, so sorry. But wait, don't you have insurance to cover your house?
Suddenly my friend B advised me to see some people for some small thing that I can.
Small what? Look, times are hard, so you need to sacrifice a little for some unforeseen circumstances like this. Sunu Assurances would have gotten you a new car and sorted you out with your house car. Look, don't take important things for granted. You can be rest assured that your future is assured. Buy insurance now. Just call 0552 571 980 or visit their Easy Show platforms to buy insurance through WhatsApp and Telegram by sending hi to the same number. Sunu Assurances, you pick your way, we take the risk.
No matter your water needs, Syntex has it all. Syntex tank was first to introduce double layer tank, and now you can have as many layers as you want. Syntex tank was first to introduce white inner layer tanks in Ghana, and now introduces the customer specs order, which will let you order any color and size you want. Syntex tanks gives you the biggest warranty of 7 years, which no other tank gives you. So whatever your water consumption, size of project or demand, choose Syntex tank. Syntex tank, stress-free. Syntex tank, reliable. Syntex tank, maximum guarantee. Call 0244 335 168, Kumasi 0505 555 666, or visit syntexgh.com. Syntex tank, a strong, a tough.
It's time to go beyond what your traditional financial apps can do. Introducing Cowrie, the only digital financial app you will ever need. Experience Cowrie, the way to pay. Send. Move your money in quick, easy steps at the best rates on the market. Buy. Top up your airtime and data twice as fast as you normally do. Pay. Step out of the cash queue. Pay for any product or service when you need to. Enjoy it faster. And now, manage. Experience a new way of managing your money. Understand how and when your money moves. You can rely on Cowrie every day. Download Cowrie from your Google Play Store or App Store. Experience Cowrie, the way to pay.
Now, I've just used 7 words and communicated quite a lot. And words can bind us together or push us apart. In a sense, we are all wordsmiths, but many of us shy away from the art form that best harnesses the power of words, poetry. But not my guest today. John Cooper Clarke was once dubbed the punk poet. All his life he's used words, rhythm and rhyme to find humour and truth in the chaos of everyday life.
Wherever poetry is called for, wherever a succinctly expressed idea is called for, then there's poetry for you, and it's there for everyone. People talk about my poetry being accessible, but all poetry is accessible.
That's John Cooper Clarke on Hard Talk after the news.
Hello, I'm Emily Thomas with the BBC News.
About tame inflation, don't use 60 billion loss as excuse, the IMF directing the Bank of Ghana. Of course, we all know that the Bank of Ghana has a role, in helping tame inflation. But inflation is also from a lot has to do with both monetary and fiscal. The Bank of Ghana with the monetary side, and they've consistently, been increasing the policy rate. The question is, why do we still have a rising inflation, Mama V? So while it's important to direct the Bank of Ghana to do this, what is the government, the executive also doing beyond the Bank of Ghana to ensure that we have this? Look, listen to this. If you go into the items that are contributing to inflation, you have tomatoes, you have fish, okay, you have other products, you have grains, onion, and you have grains and all of that. The question is, this one, the grains and all of those things are certainly not the Bank of Ghana's problem. How are we ensuring that there's enough tomatoes in this country? How are we ensuring that there's enough? How are we ensuring that we are actually incentivizing tomato farmers, giving them the right seedlings to plant and deal with this? How are we ensuring that we don't have to import a lot of our foods from outside the country? Even fish that we can get from the sea. A lot of the fish we eat here is even imported. You know that? Mm-hmm. We import fish into this country. We import chicken into this country. We import a lot of things. What are we doing to ensure that we're able to deal with that? I think that, look, yes, the Bank of Ghana has a role, but even that role that you say the Bank of Ghana has to play, a lot of people will agree with you. I think that, look, when you are the periphery of capitalism, you don't pretend that you are the core of capitalism. We, as a country, Ghana, what are we? This is not a credit society. So in a credit society where you think that, the inflation is demand-driven, you restrict, the credit. You reduce credit so people don't have a lot of money. In this country, how many people borrow to survive? In other jurisdictions, what you have is that people have credit basically on everything. They have their credit cards, they finish paying, they get another one, and that's how they live their lives. That's not our reality. So why are we practicing something that is hurting us all the time? Today, interest rates will go up. How many people can pay? Why? Anyway.
So, this issue with the Bank of Ghana, is it also because the president appoints the governor? So that if the executive government is going overboard, government is constantly needing support from the Bank of Ghana. Like, they can't stop them. They can't say, you know what, you're not doing your bit. This must end somewhere. I'm just thinking, because all these things, if you look at the Bank of Ghana statement, for instance, they're telling us things that we didn't know before. We didn't know how hard of a hit they took with the debt exchange program. Different people were talking, but they didn't, so we didn't know. We're just seeing this because the Auditor General did its work, and now we know that 60 billion plus. So when government says, it wasn't me, Ukraine, Russia, Bank of Ghana says, it wasn't me, it was governments, then who is taking what responsibility? Like, is everybody just simply saying, it wasn't me, is it us? Well, because we don't have the qualification. That's why you are there to do a certain job. If the executive is doing, how do I put it? I mean, you guys are the figures, like the financial whatever. But if they're going beyond their means, if they are living beyond their means, if they are not being prudent or something, say something. Don't wait until Auditor General does its work and then now we discover, oh, this is how much, and then now you come and explain to us. So who is taking responsibility? How is the Bank of Ghana taking responsibility for all these losses?
You're
Like
right.
how?
You're right. The Bank of Ghana would have, I'm sure they would have raised this with the finance minister, who's expected to go to Parliament. Now, the reason being that, you see, and you're right on the fact that when the Bank of Ghana realizes that, government is struggling, the Bank of Ghana would be tempted to come to the aid of government. In fact, we had passed a law that says not more than 5% of total domestic revenue the previous year. Now, at the point when government needed these monies, could the government have cut expenditure like we're doing today? Why did we continue and fall on the Bank of Ghana, to just continue printing money? And that was the end of the deal. There's another school of thought that would also argue that, well, the Bank of Ghana could have done that, but maybe the government could have invested in productive areas of the economy. And so if that had been done, we would not be where we are today. Unfortunately, your guess is as good as mine. This is where we are as a people. The Bank of Ghana has made its losses. I say the Bank of Ghana, of course, is not going to go bankrupt. It's not going to be insolvent. It has a lot of things to do. More of policy. Yes, they're a lender of last resort, but it can always, sort that one out. And so that's it for the Bank of Ghana. I think that going forward, a lot has to be done. Why is it easy for us to do the right things when we are checked by international agencies, but can never do it when they are away?
Hi, sweetie.
Watching so fast on the Pepsodent box.
Share. I want to be the first to enter the back to school promo to win exciting prizes for Kwame to school.
Awesome!
Yes, there are exciting prizes to be won instantly.
It's only Pepsodent, so I start scratching.
No! Key Bar and Geisha are included. All you need to do is simply buy your favorite bathing soap that lasts long, Geisha, Key Soap, and multi-purpose bar with Ghanaian heritage, and your maximum cavity protection toothpaste, Pepsodent. Scratch panel and text to short code *844*40# to win exciting prizes instantly. If you accumulate higher points on all 3 products, you can win the ultimate rewards of 5,000 Ghana Cedis cash prize, a tabletop fridge, and 1,000 Ghana Cedis Malcolm shopping vouchers. There are over 200,000 rewards to be won. Redeem your prizes at any Unilever distributor's point. Anyways, promo starts from July to August. This advert is FDA approved.
Welcome to the Visa Summer Experience. Enjoy offers from merchants worldwide. Get your visa. Explore the world with complimentary travel insurance. Relax in premium airport lounges worldwide. Check in with exotic hotel deals. Relish sweet deals on restaurants. Fuel your adventure with discounted car rentals. And if you want to shop online, we've got offers for you too. There's so much for every traveler. Visit africa.visa.com today.
It's the most action-packed breakfast show in town. The hottest music, the best giveaways, the great interviews, and all the laughter and fun you can imagine. Don't miss the Super Morning Show on Joy 99.7 FM. It's the best breakfast show in town. Coffee in your cup and Joy on the set. The Super Morning Show is
Is either in love or
Obete is what? Is what?
Maybe he's freshly in love. Because that's for this one. I don't know the inspiration behind it.
Well. I am not sure of the freshly in love. Neither am I sure of in love. But in any case, there's love.
Wednesday is 11 minutes after 7. A lot went down over the weekend on Newsfile. This big running story about the Bank of Ghana came up. Just a wrap of what Newsfile discussed on it.
And they said build a hospital. So no one is saying that the Bank of Ghana cannot build. But how did they build the hospital? They built the hospital from the profits they had made. And so they decided to invest part of the profits in building the hospital. You don't make a loss of 60 billion Ghana cedis and have a negative equity of 55%. You know what negative equity means?
You mean you're broke?
It means that you are not having 50% loss in equity. You are not having 100% loss in equity. You are having more than 100% loss in equity. That is minus 55. You are so deep in the hole that you are still found money to invest in building the hospital.
The symptoms of an issue rather than the cause. We should be looking at a 5 billion haircut, not a 250 million building. If what happens to the Bank of Ghana in 2022 had not happened, nobody will be talking about this building, or even the expenses that has become an issue, the increase in expense. Nobody will be talking about this. These are all just symptoms of a problem. We should be addressing the cause. What happened that led us into this situation, where now Bank of Ghana is spending 250 million on a new office and it becomes a national issue.
What constitutes as an emergency for which then the central bank can provide certain overdraft or loans or whatever to the government. If you look at the current act, there's a weakness in there. And the weakness in there, in my view, is what has been exploited by the Treasury and forced almost the central bank to lend quite beyond what was even originally budgeted for in the mid-year budget.
We are dealing with BOG fairly to the extent that we are asking the governor and the two deputies to resign because they've been co-architects of this, our economic hardship. Yeah, Dr. Addison and his two deputies are co-architects of this economic hardship that we are facing. The time they were printing 35 billion for the government in 2021, didn't they know that it will have repercussions? The time they printed 45 billion for the government in 2022, didn't they know it will have repercussions?
Well, the repercussions now that yes, the Bank of Ghana has lost some 60.8 billion. They've told you how they're not insolvent. They have a job to do. A lot of it has to do with supervision and ensuring that they're in charge of our monetary policy, and that's what they believe they're doing. Now, I've just been told, I've been learning that the office, the building of the office started in 2021, and that was at the period that they had actually made profits. And so it's not just starting in 2023 where they made losses in 2022, but the conversations about an office and all the preparatory work started at a time that the Bank of Ghana had been making profits. But today, look, we'll have that conversation over a long period of time to come. But and there are those who argue that, look, the Bank of Ghana could print additional funds if necessary. There are those who argue that you can't do that, and it probably may be the reason we're experiencing the rates of inflation that we're experiencing in this country. Because when you put money within the system and these monies are not invested within the productive sectors of the economy, it will come back to haunt you. You're looking at an economy whose base of inflation, if you were to look at it from 2022 to 2023. In 2022, we had high rates of inflation. So one would even expect that in 2023, if inflation is going to go up, not at the rates that we're seeing it. Unfortunately, we're still having increases more than what we experienced in 2022. And that's a cause for concern. And the Bank of Ghana is going to come back again and do, increase policy rates, which will lead to an increase in the cost of money. So you can understand where people are coming from. That, look, if you had done a few things right, if you probably had said you're not going to give government all the money that government needed, and government invested in sectors that didn't really translate into a lot of productivity, wouldn't be where we are today. The other question is, could they have done anything different? They've admitted that the government was in a deep trouble.
Winston, here's an observation. So we make this massive loss, right? And we have people in charge. I'm just thinking that everybody's given one excuse or the other. Like nobody's taken some sort of responsibility. Elsewhere, you actually find people on their own before the figures would even come out. They would resign and say they have failed. So how do we know we have failed when we've been put in charge of managing, like a state institution or some affair? Like how do we just explain? And that's it. We move on. Everything is okay.
Yes, I mean you're right. Once you went contrary to the laws, you probably could say, "Look, I didn't go according to the law." Now they've indicated, "Oh, we actually informed the finance ministry that this is where we are, and we expected them to tell Parliament." And they said they told Parliament, so we haven't done anything wrong. But you can come back and say, "Well, following your realization that didn't happen." If that didn't happen, and you say, "You know what?" You could say, "I don't want to be a part of this anymore." That's a decision that person has to make.
And it's 17 minutes after 7. This is the Super Morning Show here on Joy 99.7 FM.
And Toyota Ghana has unveiled an irresistible promotion for a limited time only. They're offering huge price discounts on exceptional range of vehicles, including the dynamic Starlet, the robust Hilux, and the powerful Fortuner diesel. Now, that's not all. When you make the decision to acquire any of these incredible vehicles, Toyota Ghana will reward you with an entire year of complimentary servicing. This golden opportunity won't be around forever. Pay a visit to any of their showrooms located in Accra, Kumasi, Tema, Tamale, Takwa, and Takrady. Alternatively, you can reach them on phone on 0302910204. Credit purchase is also available through special arrangement with their finance partners. Toyota, superior quality.
Now let's talk about Heritage Christian College. Is a university set up to provide a missing link in tertiary education. It's affiliated to KNUST, accredited by GTech, and here there are degree programs, BBA programs. Options are accounting with computing, accounting, marketing, human resource management, and business information technology management. Also BSc nursing, BSc information technology, BSc information security, and BA theology. They are offering 12 months specialized master's degree programs in accounting and taxation, accounting and finance, human resource management. They also have professional courses in ICA, CIMG, CIHRM, ICM UK, as well as media short courses. Here's what makes them unique is the entrepreneurship training with financial support. It comes with one student, one laptop. Terms and conditions applicable to that. Affordable and flexible fee structure. Scholarships available. What qualification do you need to enter Heritage Christian College? WASI or ABCE, GBCE, HND or diploma, mature 25 years and above. Dial *789 *300# for online serial number and visit hcuc.edu.gh to apply. They are in Amasaman behind the Olympic Stadium. Please call them on 020-229-8399 or 0547-777-731. Visit their website hcuc.edu.gh. Heritage Christian College, a university training compassionate entrepreneurial leaders.
So Kingdom Books and Stationery Limited says, look, you don't have to come to any of their stores now. All you have to do is to log on to kingdomstoreonline.com and they will arrange delivery to your home and office within a reasonable time. They offer free delivery within Accra and Tema and accept payment via Momo across all networks. Terms and conditions have apply at Kingdom. Quality and affordability are their hallmarks.
And the Sukasa O'Granson Communities Affordable Luxury Housing Project is now rolling out its affordable housing units on sales for 3-bedroom units with an outhouse starting at $97,500 or its prevalent city equivalent, and 4-bedroom units with an outhouse going for $195,000 or its prevalent city equivalent. They offer you various convenient payment options as well. The projects are presently at East Legon Hills and Ayimensa site. So go to the Sukasa O'Granson Communities office there at Lagos Avenue in East Legon. Call them on 030-296-0865 or send a WhatsApp to 055-369-7886. You can also reach them via email info@sukasa.com.gh. That's the email address. You can visit their social media handles, which is at SukasaGH. Sukasa, building on trust.
So look, I've got some exciting news for all of you because Societe Generale Bank Ghana says they know that Italy times are hard. So they've extended the promo period. Okay, the Yatisu loans promo has now been extended to the 29th of September. So if you're looking to pay off those bills without shedding a tear, sort out the kids' school fees, refurbish your home, this is your golden opportunity. SG Ghana is actually giving you more time to jump on this epic loans promo. So dash into any of the 42 network outlets or simply call 0302-214-314 and let them sprinkle some financial magic into your life. The Atisu Loans promo reloaded now ends on the 29th of September 2023. Remember, terms and conditions apply. Societe Generale Ghana, the future is you.
And a poorly maintained car engine can age faster. That's why we offer specially formulated quartz engine oil with age resistance technology. It is a breakthrough innovation that ensures optimal performance for your engine and improves protection against mechanical wear by up to 74%, even under extreme temperatures and pressure. Choosing quartz from Total Energies is choosing the engine oil that keeps your engine running efficiently and effectively. Quartz, keep your engine younger for longer.
And if you're looking for a freight forwarding company to handle both your inbound and outbound shipments, then look no further because IEX or FedEx offers a wide variety of international freight services, which include air freight, sea freight, baitless container load or full container load, custom clearance, and documentation. Now, the international operations link more than 200 countries, supported by extensive domestic networks in all key markets, and offer a range of fast and direct freight services to suit your needs. We have dedicated staff who have in-depth knowledge in our local customs clearance processes and procedures. IES FedEx pre-finances freight pickups up to an agreed threshold for our clients, but terms and conditions apply. Please contact us now for free consultation on international freight services and custom clearance processes. Call us on 0501 605,000 or 0501 631,000. With IES Ghana, your freight is firmly secured.
He took poison, and before he passed on, he gave the explanation that it's because the mother did not love him enough and loved the younger brother than him. I'm sure there were more to it, but this is what the child says, that then if my mother doesn't love me, anytime there's a fight between me and my little brother, my mother would move to the side of my little brother.
Whispers in the Dark, our latest Hotline documentary coming up here on the Super Morning Show. Today, let's go for the Nestle Nutrition Line, which is brought to us by Nestle. Nestle offers good food for a good life.
Having your baby try out different tastes and flavors isn't just about giving them a change of taste. This helps to develop their palate and prepares them better for accepting varieties of adult food as they grow. So go ahead and try any of our 6 Cerelac variants, that is wheat, maize, rice, biscuity, fruit pieces, and millet. Remember, each bowl of Cerelac contains goodness that helps your child's normal growth and development. Cerelac, it's all good, Mum. This advert is FDA approved.
This is Nestle Nutrition Line. Nestle Nutrition Line is a public service program from Nestle Ghana Limited. Nestle Nutrition Line offers tips on good food for a good life. Now to your presenter.
Good morning. I love it when you're happy. I love it when you're smiling. I love it when you're in good health. This is Nestle Nutrition Line. I'm Jackie Ankra, also known as Na Ajelesoa. I hope you're well and ready for another episode. Today we're discussing inadequate breast milk production. Most mothers make enough breast milk but worry the baby is not getting enough. Monitoring your baby's weight and growth is the best way to make sure he or she is getting enough milk. Some babies may lose a small amount of weight in the first days after birth, and this is normal, but discuss it with your baby's doctor all the same. Apart from weight, you can also tell if your baby is getting enough breast milk if he or she is mostly content and active after breastfeeding. Another thing you can monitor is how often the baby urinates. Most newborns after the first 4 to 6 days will produce 4 to 8 wet diapers a day, and that's a sign that they're breastfeeding enough. Most newborns will breastfeed between 8 to 12 times a day. Each time, you should offer them both breasts. Let the baby stay at the first breast as long as he or she is still sucking and swallowing. Offer the second breast when the baby slows down or stops. If you're anxious about your baby's growth, remember to consult your pediatrician. And on that note, I'd like to say the phone lines are activated. Do please call and let's have some conversations about how we can live in total wellness. Remember, we're working in partnership. 0302 517 020 or 0302 211-880, Monday to Friday, 8 a.m. to 5 p.m. Toll free 0800-120001, Monday to Friday, 8 a.m. to midnight. Weekends and holidays, 8 a.m. to 5 p.m. To WhatsApp, SMS or call 8 a.m. to 8 p.m. The numbers are 0593 845697, 0593 845649, 0593 845708. You can also send an email to consumerservices@gh.nestle.com. I wish you a beautiful day full of peace and many blessings. Enjoy every moment and don't forget to smile. Bye.
Having your baby try out different tastes and flavors isn't just about giving them a change of taste. This helps to develop their palate and prepares them better for accepting varieties of adult food as they grow. So go ahead and try any of our 6 Cerelac variants, that is wheat, maize, rice, biscuity, fruit pieces, and millet. Remember, each bowl of Cerelac contains goodness that helps your child's normal growth and development. Cerelac, it's all good, Mum. This advert is FDA approved.
If home is where the heart is, then let's go home, shall we? Let's go where the entertainment is, where the passion is, where the laughter is, and sometimes even the tears too. Let's go where we feel safe enough to share our opinions.
And send tweets.
Where we do that embarrassing little dance to our favorite song. Let's go home where the love, the care, and the joy live.
There's no place like home. Connect your home to super fast internet with affordable data bundles from MTN Home. Visit broadband.mtn.com.gh or your My MTN app to sign up today. MTN.
Have you ever thought of the one that makes you complete, an escape from the clutches of interest charges? With the Standard Chartered Visa debit and credit cards, payments are completed at the speed of light, intertwined with interest-earning accounts. You also get unbelievable rewards every time you swipe. You have access to over 1,200 airport lounges worldwide, high credit limits of up to 100,000 Ghana cedis, and up to 50 days interest-free with our credit cards. You also get to enjoy full multi-trip travel insurance for 90 days. Fees discounted at your feet with our globally partnered merchant points. Bills are always settled, not battled. Get the Standard Chartered debit and credit card now. Call toll-free on 0800 740 100 or 0302 740 100 or reach us via email on feedback.ghana@sc.com. Standard Chartered, here for good.
1xBet Jackpot is here with weekly massive prizes up for grabs. All you have to do is place your bets on any sports game and stand a chance to win. Simply register at 1xbet.com.gh. Use promo code JackpotGhana and place your bets. 1xBet is your key to great victories. Feel like a winner. 1xBet. Gambling can be addictive. Bet responsibly. Not for person under 18 years. This advertisement has been vetted and approved by the Gaming Commission.
Whether I'm passing by the food market, visiting the salon, or filling up my tank for a spontaneous adventure with old friends in a new city. When asked, cash or card? It's always card for me. I switched from cash to card for all my payments with MasterCard. Now I get to do what I enjoy with ease.
Switch from cash to card for all your payments with MasterCard. MasterCard, the secure and convenient way to pay.
Joy 99.7 FM.
And it's that time, 31 minutes after 7 on the Super Morning Show. Birthday messages here on the show, brought to you by MTN. Everywhere you go. Bank of Africa, the African bank with global reach. Bank of Africa, as strong as a group, as close as a partner. And Franco Trading Enterprise, still phone Papa Perfie.
Let me just say, this is a happy birthday to Opinion Kwabena Japan. At 89, you're still the best father-in-law. God bless you. From Professor Margaret Japong, the entire family who say we love and appreciate you. This means that this is Professor John Japong's father. So happy birthday to you. And over the weekend, I met somebody in Lucy Po, who just saw me and said, Abojese. So, Lucy, special good morning to you. I promise that I was going
shouts to you.
Yes, remember that. Good morning to you. And finally, happy birthday to lawyer Seth Aduma Sumening from your wife, Diana Aduma Sumening, Frederick Eduamuako, and the entire family.
It is a belated happy birthday wishes to Mr. Eric Kwame Dake of National Investment Bank Head Office, Airport Accra. May the Lord bless you and guide your steps. It's from Victor right here at the Multimedia Group to you.
Great. So let's get into the Sports Center then.
And the Sports Center is brought to you by
MTN.
Everywhere you go, Standard Chartered Bank,
here for good.
Allianz Life Insurance,
we secure your future.
1xBet, your reliable bookmaker. And DSTV,
it's your moment. So secure your life and that of your loved ones. Just dial star 1890 hash to join the Allianz Life family and experience true peace of mind. You can buy and pay for your life insurance, pay premiums on an existing account, check your balance, withdraw your insurance savings, initiate claims, and receive payments promptly. All this by just dialing star 1890 hash and follow Allianz Life on Facebook, LinkedIn, and Instagram on Allianz Life Ghana. For more information, call Allianz Life Insurance on 0302-267-892 or visit our website, allianz-gh. Allianz Life, we secure your future.
And it's a new world of doing business, and your business shouldn't be left out. It's time to get a Momo for Business today to accept payments from over 15 million Momo customers. All you need is a business registration certificate and your Ghana card. Applying to be MTN Momo merchant has been made simple and fast. You just have to dial star 5051 hash and follow the prompt, or apply online at momomerchantapplication.mtn.com.gh. You'll receive a reference number which you can use to track your application. So don't get caught waiting, and enjoy secure transactions and convenient transactions for your business with MTN Momo today. Note that the application is free. Do not pay any money to anyone for a merchant payment solution. Report any fraudulent charges using the Momo app available on Play Store and App Store.
If you have to do this one, today is the birthday of the wife of Pastor Kojo Frimpong. So Chioma Frimpong, Chi Baby, he calls her when I used to go to his church. So Chioma Baby, happy birthday to you, Chioma. Now, do you lead a corporate business, a global subsidiary, or run the affairs of a small or medium enterprise? As a key decision maker in your business, we know you want to make payments seamlessly and access real-time transaction data, whether you're at work or on the go. Well, Standard Chartered provides the digital key to help unlock your business potential. That key is straight to bank, a single access end-to-end digital platform that helps you manage the needs of your business on the go. View transactions, pay your business partners and government institutions through Ghana.gov. Facilitate real-time payments and collections with the latest encryption, technology and security. Elevate your banking experience today with Straight to Bank, our award-winning digital banking platform, powering payroll, cash management, trade and securities. You can always bank on us. Kindly email premierservice.gh@sc.com to sign up today.
And to win every week, football players need to train for many years. Now, 1xBet players can get on the road to success much faster. Take part in the Jackpot of the Week promotion. Go to the promotion page on the site or in the bookmaker's application and get a chance to win. No one guarantees that you will quickly become become a millionaire. However, success favors only brave ones. Risk and win. Register on 1xBet and get a welcome bonus of up to 2,650 Ghana cedis with promotion code GHJackpot. And on that note, I hand over to Fentio with sports this morning.
Yes, Mama Chelsea, oh, relax. Don't put pressure on us.
This season, no Salah.
Don't put pressure on us. Don't put pressure on us. Good morning to you. Good morning, all of you. Welcome aboard to the Joy Sports Center with me, Fentio, Tahiru Fentio. Coming up this morning.
Salah's pass. Oh, stunning. What a goal by Liverpool. Scintillating, incisive football.
From Mecca. Oh, there's Disasi. And it's crept in, and Chelsea are level, and Axel Disasi has a debut goal. Cutting inside, Saka, oh what a goal! Bukayo Saka with an absolute gem. For a second ball in from De Bruyne, Rodri pulling away, and Haaland! That's his first touch of the ball. It's his first touch of the Premier League season, and City are in front in the 4th minute.
Yeah, the Premier League is back like it never left. We have a review of match day 1 coming up, but also in this bulletin.
Jan is on the right, he'll go for goal with a shot. What a start here. Kevin Prince Boateng for Ghana. It's a super start for the Black Stars. His first goal for his country. What a time to score it.
That's right, another Black Stars player retires. Kevin Prince Boateng has called time on his career. We'll talk about him in a bit. But first, our sponsors here at Sports Center, Standard Chartered Bank Ghana has thrown up an opportunity for clients to win a ticket to watch Liverpool play live at Anfield. The 2023-24 season edition of the Road to Anfield was launched at the Labadi Beach Hotel in Accra on Sunday, giving clients of the bank an opportunity to win an all-expenses-paid trip to see Liverpool play at Anfield. The launch happened during a viewing party when Liverpool played against Chelsea in the Premier League. Dr. Seto Kwashiga is the head of wealth management at Standard Chartered Bank Ghana PLC.
And we like for you to experience, our clients to experience the Liverpool fever. And so we keep doing it. Our clients ask for it, and we're saying, why not? We'll take you all the way to Anfield to experience Anfield, experience the players, and of course, come back with stories about Standard Chartered Bank. After all, we are here for good. If you don't have an account yet, just go to SC Mobile, download SC Mobile. Once you open the account, you then fund the account, and you're in already. So as soon as you open, you get a slot. As soon as you fund, you get a slot. As soon as you purchase a product or a solution, you get a slot. It is very easy. The more you participate, the more slots and chances you get. And who knows, all expenses paid trip to Anfield will be all yours.
All right, so Standard Chartered Bank offering you the opportunity to go watch Liverpool live at Anfield. That's Dr. Seto Kwashiga. She's head of wealth management at Standard Chartered Bank Ghana PLC. Now, elsewhere, a colourful ceremony at Newtown climaxed the GFA and FIFA's Football for Schools project, which commenced on 10th of this month and ended on the 12th. The GFA worked with the Ministry of Education, the Ghana Education Service and the Ministry of Youth and Sports to train 50 physical education teachers selected from across the country for the purpose of giving them skills that will benefit children between the ages of 14 years. The 50 selected PE teachers were trained by 3 FIFA specialists at the Ghanaman Centers of Excellence in Pram Pram, while 100 school children were present for the practical sessions. The trained teachers are expected to train other PE teachers in their respective districts and regions, with over 30,000 footballs to be distributed to schools in Ghana. Speaking of the GFA, their former vice president is George Afriye. He's accused the current president of bringing division among the football fraternity. According to Afriye, who will be contesting for the GFA presidency next month, Okreku has created an us versus them mentality with his leadership style.
In 4 years ago, we were going to the 3rd round when I considered defeat, and I said that everybody should follow Mr. Ketu Kreku. He has my support, and I expect everybody to support him. It didn't end there. The next morning I pick a phone and say, boss, you are now my boss. You are the FA president. You have my support. Count on me. I did a live video, told everybody that, but what do we see today? We don't matter. Now it is them against us. Our football is divided. In the coming days, the news will come out. Our manifesto will come out. Our vision will come out. The true situation of our football will come out, and we'll let everybody know.
All right, so George was speaking after he filed his nomination to contest the GFA presidency. Keto Kriku also filed his nomination on Friday. He had the opportunity to refute those claims, and he says that he is a very inclusive leader.
People believe in the leadership. That's the reason why they are here. They trust the leadership. That's why they are here. Most importantly, they trust in the vision of the leader. My hands are open. I said this at Congress. I welcome the other mind at all times, because it is the strength that I pick from the other mind that makes this family a unique and strong family.
All right, so that's Keto Kriku there. Now, former Black Stars midfielder Kevin Prince Boateng has officially announced his retirement from football at the age of 36. Boateng's announcement brings to an end an envious career that saw him feature for 15 clubs, including Barcelona, AC Milan, Tottenham Hotspur and Borussia Dortmund. He won 4 trophies, including the Italian Serie A with AC Milan and the La Liga title with Barcelona. In 520 matches, Boateng scored 76 goals and provided 56 assists. He played 15 times for Ghana, scoring 2 goals, and also featured at 2 FIFA World Cup tournaments in 2010 and 2014. In a video to announce his retirement, Boateng said he can look back at his career knowing he gave everything.
When you stop playing is when it hits you the hardest. I gave everything for every teammate when they needed it. I was the leader, I was the tough guy, but I was even a clown. Like, I was funny. I used to make the guys laugh. We give so much every day, keeping their spirit up. But I have my demons. I go home and I cry and I feel sad and I have my depression. But coming in the dressing room, I always showed the strong inside and smiling and lifting everybody up. It's the best advice.
Yeah, Kevin Prince Boateng there. But away from that, Newcastle United were the biggest winners on the opening day of the Premier League season, beating Aston Villa 5-1 to go top of the table. Champions Man City started off their title defence with a routine 3-0 win over Burnley on Friday night, helped of course by brace from last season's top scorer Erling Haaland. But the City manager Pep Guardiola says his team are still a long way from being at their best.
The people say now we have less preparation. It looks like I'm complaining just in case I lose. I'm not complaining. If we're the team we're complaining, we will not win 5 Premier Leagues, we will not win the Champions League or another ones. So we are a team, we accept what it happened, the rules, the referees, the rules and everything, we accept it. But we have less preparation and we are still away from the best form.
Arsenal, on the other hand, laid down their title credentials with a hard-fought 2-1 win over Nottingham Forest. Edin Nketiah and Bukayo Saka shot the Gunners in front before a 1-year late goal set up a nervy finish to the game.
We were super dominant. We deserved to win the game. There's no question that we deserved to win the game. But when you are 2-0 up and we had some chances to kill the game, we didn't. And then we gave a very sloppy goal away after being there and having the corner and having a chance on the corner to stray away in 2 passes, concede a goal. And when that happens in the league, it's game on. Yeah, you are running the clock down, and in this league, that's a very dangerous thing to do. But overall, obviously, very happy.
That's Mikel Arteta there. Elsewhere, Jordan Ayew provided an assist as Crystal Palace claimed a narrow 1-0 win over Sheffield United away from home. Chelsea and Liverpool took their rivalry in the transfer market into the pitch, where they played out a pulsating 1-1 draw at Stamford Bridge. Luis Diaz fired Liverpool in front before Axel Disasi pulled the Blues level on his debut game for the club. We can hear from the 2 managers now, starting with Chelsea boss Mauricio Pochettino.
Well, I think very pleased. I think the performance overall was good, really good. I want to congratulate the player and all the staff, because I think it was a tough game to face a team like Liverpool. You know, always is difficult, but I think I'm very pleased because we deserve more than the draw, and the performance was really good.
All right, so that's Poch there. Liverpool boss Jurgen Klopp, he admits Chelsea were the better side.
So, but obviously Chelsea was then better in the game, and was an open game then. And second half, with the crowd and all these things, we had to dig really deep and fight hard. And in the end, we got a point, and that's okay.
That's Jurgen Klopp there. Speaking of Chelsea, they've agreed a deal to sign Brighton midfielder Moises Caicedo for a British record fee of £150 million. The Premier League wasn't the only league that started this weekend. La Liga also did. Real Madrid got a 2-0 win. Barcelona, on the other hand, drew 1-0, of course, against Getafe. 0-0, actually. Both teams had a man sent off in the end. Yeah, that's all the latest in sports for now. There's more on our website, myjoyonline.com/sports.
Thank you very much, Fentio Tahiru Fentio. That's your Sports Center here on the Super Morning Show. Our social media messages on the show brought to you by EcoBank, the Pan-African Bank. Ghana AIDS Commission tests to know your HIV status and take steps to protect your health.
EcoBank Mobile, they make me say, oh yeah. EcoBank Mobile, they make me crazy. Download it and use it. It gon' make your life so easy, yeah. Oh yeah. Download it. You go enjoy it. In my rhyming chain. In my rhyming chain. Come make a download them for you. Cause you can pay bills, you can buy credit, you can pay school fees, even chest tights with the Apple. EcoBank Apple.
Life is easy with the EcoBank mobile app. You can pay your bills, transfer to and from mobile wallet, virtual card creation, transfer to other banks, express account opening, scan and pay, express cash, all at your fingertips with the EcoBank mobile app. You know it's 5-star life with EcoBank. Can promise.
Nyamidia Apartments, the first master plan community in Ghana, is offering a 20% discount on all units. 2 and 3 bedroom apartments ready to move in today. Strategically located a short drive from the Tema Motorway roundabout towards Community 25. Call us now and the first 10 will get an additional 5% discount. Use the promo code NYAMIDIA23. Terms and conditions apply. Contact number 0551 435 555. Nyamidia Apartments. Affordable luxury homes for everyone.
Coffee in your cup, Joy on the set. The Super Morning Show is always the best bet on Joy 99.7 FM.
As the Super Morning Show, we've got food for thought brought to you by Riverman Productions. Be the difference. Well, listen to Uncle Ibo with food for thought, and I'll tell you about his latest play, Naked in Bed. Here's food for thoughts.
Well, before I go on with my presentation, let me take a moment to remind you that my latest play is Naked in Bed. You will get more details on this network. This is the story of the last good man in Sodom. In Genesis 18 in the Bible, we read of how Abraham hosted 3 strangers who happened to be 3 divine beings in the form of men, and how they told Abraham that they were going to check out if Sodom and Gomorrah were as terrible as the outcry against them indicated. Of course, it turns out that the reality in Sodom was as bad as the outcry against them. But I'm sure there was a time when Sodom could boast of at least one good man. There was a time when Sodom had one good man left. And here is his probable story. His name was Zedek. He was one of the highest ranking officials in Sodom. He was legendary for his uprightness and integrity. For miles around, everyone knew that Zedek was the one last honest and good man left in Sodom. He was in charge of public works and was responsible for the awarding of contracts with huge amounts. but he did not look for any profit for himself. His one rule for every contractor was make sure you deliver to specifications and on schedule and on budget. People called him foolish for not putting his personal interest above that of the city. His subordinates found ways of using his name to make money for themselves, but they had to be careful because if he got wind of it, it was outright dismissal for them. It was not only in the area of money that he was clean, he was also clean in the moral aspect of his life. Sodom and Gomorrah had become havens for everything obscene and vulgar, but Zedek stayed away and above all the moral filth, and he managed to get those in his orbit to stay clean as well. Then one day, his wife collapsed. He rushed her to the hospital, and the doctors and nurses demanded that he paid a certain amount before they attended to her. Zedek knew that what they were asking for was illegal, but for once in his life, and for the sake of his wife, he was prepared to go along with it. The only problem was that he did not have the kind of money they were asking for. It was the equivalent of his annual salary. He said to them, "Please go ahead and attend to her. I promise you that I'll pay whatever you are asking." The doctor said, "Hey, we don't do credit business here. We'll start when we see the money." Zedek pleaded with them, but they would not yield. He said, "Look, she will die if you don't attend to her now." One senior doctor said, "And so?" Another said, "Look, we are not joking. Go and bring the money, or your wife, as you have said, will die." Zedek contacted some of his colleagues, and they all said to him, "Why are you calling us now? Let your integrity take care of your wife." Another said, "You have always condemned us for our corruption. Why do you now want to benefit from our ill-gotten wealth?" When Zedek realized that no one was going to give him the money, he returned to the hospital to see if they would take what little assets he owned in pledge for payment later. The doctors and nurses scorned him and left. And so it was that Zedek watched as his wife died on a bench at the reception of the hospital. For 5 weeks after the death of the woman, Zedek did not speak a word. He locked himself up in his room and refused to see anyone. After the period, he emerged from his room a different man. The first person to encounter the changed Zedek was a contractor chasing payment for the construction of a bridge. Zedek demanded 25% of the contract sum before effecting payment. The contractor was shocked. He told himself that he had not heard right. After all, this was Mr. Clean, Zedek. He never asked for kickback. So the contractor took it as a joke and said, "So when can I come for payment?" Zedek said, "I don't repeat myself. Bring what I have asked if you want your money." The contractor said, "Zedek, are you all right? This is not like you." Zedek said, "This was not me, but this is me, the new me. I'm not going to be at the mercy of anyone as far as money is concerned again." And that was how Sodom met the new Zedek. From that point on, Zedek put his personal interest above that of the city and spent some of the money he made illegally in throwing wild parties and in orgies. One day, the priest of the oracle went through the city shouting, "Woe to Sodom! Woe to Gomorrah! The only clean man has become contaminated. This city is doomed." The people did not like his message, and so they stoned him. Meanwhile, in a settlement not too far away, Abraham was asking God, "If you find only 10 people in Sodom, will you destroy it?" And God said, "For the sake of 10, I will not destroy it." Abraham had negotiated with God from 50 to 10, and he did not feel right about pushing his luck any further. Besides, he knew that his nephew Lot and his wife and 2 daughters would easily account for 4 righteous people. He had also heard of Zedek, and he was sure that Zedek could also have 6 people in his household, and under his influence who would make up the 10 needed to save Sodom. With that, Abraham went to bed knowing that he had just saved Sodom and Gomorrah from destruction. What he did not know was that the Zedek he had heard of was no more. So it was that the next morning, Abraham woke up and looked towards Sodom and saw smoke coming up where the city had been. He shook his head sadly. He knew that God had not found 10 righteous people. He said to himself, the unrighteous always manage to swallow the righteous, don't they? Question: Can God find 10 righteous people here in Accra to save this city and this nation? Please don't let us kill the good people among us. For the day the last good man goes, this city is doomed.
Super Morning Show. It's the most action-packed breakfast show in town. The hottest music, the best giveaways, the great interviews, and all the laughter and fun you can imagine. Don't miss the Super Morning Show on Joy 99.7 FM. It's the best breakfast show in town.
Thanks to Uncle White for Food for Thought this Monday. Food for Thought brought to you by Roverman Productions. Be the difference. Are you righteous? Good thing is we can claim the righteousness of Jesus so you don't have to do the hard work. It's 57 minutes after 7. This is the Super Morning Show here on Joy 99.7 FM, and I promised to tell you more about Naked in Bed. That's the Q3 play, Uncle White's latest play. In partnership with Joy FM and National Theatre, will excite you again with another brand new and hilarious Ibo White play, Naked in Bed. The play is titled Naked in Bed. The play comes on at the National Theatre, Crown 1st, 2nd, 3rd, 8th, 9th, and 10th September. Fridays at 7 p.m., 1 show only. Saturdays at 4 p.m. and 8 p.m., 2 shows only. And Sundays at 1 p.m., 4 p.m., and 8 p.m., 3 shows only. That is the Riverman 1, 2, 3. You can't miss a play. And it's going for 150 Ghana cedis only. Ticket available now at Koba short code *365 *535 hash *365 *535 hash on all networks. You can also visit the Roverman Productions pages on Facebook and Instagram, or call Roverman Productions on 050-554-6010, or send a WhatsApp to 050-554-6030. Sponsors: Ebony Condoms, Gino Tomato Mix, and GCB Bank PLC. Communication partners: Notify and Logistic Movers. Roverman Productions, be the difference. Our social media messages brought to us by EcoBank, the Pan-African Bank. Ghana AIDS Commission. Test to know your HIV status and take steps to protect your health. Now, every day people are facing different emergencies. Police emergency, fire emergency, medical emergency. But many Ghanaians don't know their money emergency numbers. Well, here's one you want to remember. *770 hash is the new EcoBank money emergency number. *770 hash gives you instant access to loans, fund transfers, utility bill payments, airtime and data purchases, and so much more. You don't need internet for this. Just dial *770 hash. So no need to panic in any money emergency situation. EcoBank will always come to your rescue. Remember, *770 hash. Dial it for solutions to your money emergencies. And remember, EcoBank is the Pan-African Bank. Shortly we'll bring you the Joy Business Minute. But Franco Trading Enterprise, your leading mobile phone, accessories and electronic retail outlets. That's the place to go for your Nokia, Samsung, iPhone, smart TVs, tabletop fridges, Franco air condition, and CCTV camera. That one that you use to monitor video anytime and anywhere. You get 40% discount when you purchase these products and more from Franco Trading Enterprise. Do not pick any Franco Trading number on Google. To get in touch with Franco Trading Enterprise, dial these numbers: 0246422338 or 0555939311, or download the Franco Trading app on Google Play Store, or visit their website francotrading.com. Franco Trading Enterprise, still phone Papa Fie. And that brings the time to exactly 8 a.m. Let's bring you the Joy Business Minute, brought to us by Consolidated Bank Ghana CBG. We stand with you.
Hello, welcome to the Joy Business Minute, brought to you by Consolidated Bank Ghana. We stand with you, and McDan Aviation, your dependable private aviation solution. The Data Protection Commission will today begin active enforcement of the Data Protection Act 843. Businesses that have failed to register with the Commission could be fined or face prison term. The Internal Audit Agency says it has uncovered many public sector workers with different dates of birth, a move that will cut down ghost names on government payroll and save the country wastage. The Bank of Ghana has said the financial support extended to the government last year was legal as it secured necessary approval from Parliament. The minority has denied approving budget support and participation in the debt exchange program. And Meta boss Mark Zuckerberg has said his rival entrepreneur Elon Musk is not serious about holding a cage fight and was time to move on. And that's the Joy Business Minute, brought to you by Consolidated Bank Ghana. We stand with you, and McDan Aviation, your dependable private aviation solution.
Morning Show.
And that's Daryl there bringing us the Joy Business Minutes. We're always grateful to Consolidated Bank Ghana CBG. We stand with you. Now, if you're a government worker looking for quick access to financial assistance at most competitive interest rate, then you should be looking at CBG. CBG is offering you access to loans up to 250,000 Ghana cedis and up to 72 months repayment period. For more information on how to access CBG controller loans, walk into any of CBG's 114 branches nationwide or contact CBG on 0302 216,000, 0302 216,000. Send them an email. Send it to info@cbg.com.gh. Visit their website cbg.com.gh or get in touch with them. Check them out on social media. They're on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram, and get additional information. Remember, terms and conditions apply. CBG, we stand with you. Later on, big stories.
Poison, and before he passed on, he gave the explanation that it's because the mother did not love him enough and loved the younger brother than him. I'm sure there were more to it, but this is what the child says, that then if my mother doesn't love me, anytime there's a fight between me and my little brother, my mother would move to the side of my little brother.
That's our latest Hotline documentary, Whispers in the Dark. You know, the death of a child by suicide is a tragedy having lasting and profound impact on family, friends, and the larger community. Today we'll spend time understanding the characteristics of suicide in young children. How does a parent recover and move on from the tragedy of loss of a child to suicide? Experts say we are losing children to suicide. The number is increasing. 1 or 2 out of 10 children have actually considered committing suicide. Think about it. And experts say there may be more young persons out there thinking same. We'll gather as parents, as uncles and aunties, as caregivers, and talk about this subject that's hardly talked about. That's our latest Hotline documentary here on the Super Morning Show. It's brought to us by Vodafone. Further together, latest film, your partner for life. Belmonte by CPL Developers, the ultimate luxury experience, and Access Bank, your number one remittance bank. Access Bank, more than banking. Now, Belmonte is where luxury meets comfort. If you're in the market for a home that combines class, convenience, and comfort, then look no further than Belmonte. Belmonte is located in the prime East Legon areas off Lagos Avenue. They've got stylish apartments, and they offer first-class luxury and cutting-edge finishing. So if you're looking for an executive studio suite, a cozy one-bedroom apartment, a spacious two-bedroom apartment, or a custom villa, you know where to go. It's Belmonte. Belmonte also offers a range of top-notch facilities to relax and keep you entertained. So please take the first step, if you haven't, towards your dream home or some sort of investment. Sign up for their 3-year payment plan and own your property today. Contact Belmonte on 0204 343 011. That's 0204 343 011 or 0204 343 015. Belmonte is developed by CPL, and if you're looking for 1, 2, 3 L-shaped sofa crafted to the finest details, one that you can find in your favorite color, sofa that can give you comfort, that's durable, of good quality, has got perfect finishing, then you know the destination too well is Latest Foam. Latest Foam is your one-stop shop destination, whatever your choice, and these days, whatever your budget as well. Buy from the best, not the imitated. Buy Latest Foam. Latest Foam is your partner for life. Now, there's amazing news from Vodafone Fixed Broadband. Vodafone is offering a big welcome offer to all new fixed broadband customers. New customers who purchase a broadband plan for 1 month get 50% bonus data. Alternatively, if you pay 3-month subscription in advance, you receive 50% bonus data plus free installation. Don't miss out on these amazing offers. Join the Vodafone broadband family today and enjoy reliable, super fast internet connectivity that gives you best value for money. Go ahead and dial star 900 hash or call 050-5555-111 or visit my Vodafone app or fbb.vodafone.com.gh to sign up for the Vodafone Fixed Broadband welcome offer. Vodafone, further together.
Well, you know your friends are here. Your friends from Renault Ghana Premium Motors Limited.
Yes.
Yeah.
I want to do butter with them.
You want to take another one or what?
I want to top up.
Hold on. Top up and do which one?
No, but the car drives really nice.
Oh, okay. You're having fun. How about I come and do Laboro? Or should I do Nearest?
No, talk to them. They are cool.
Oh, okay, of course.
They will sort you out.
Of course, and they're joining us this morning. They were telling us more about the Renault Express van. And so stay with us right here on the morning. We'll be having a conversation with them shortly.
Morning Show. Hey, you ever buy credits where you get up to 20% of your money back before? Make I tell you about Vodafone's demo promo. See, anytime you recharge a demo, you get up to 20%, whether it be short code or your Vodafone cash wallet, or you don't use credit transfer to your number or someone else. And now you be high tech, so you don't use my Vodafone app or any payment app. However you do, Vodafone go send you up to 20% cash back. Into your Vodafone cash account. Reload here. But then you enter. Top up your airtime with 5 Ghana cedi or more in Vodafone's demo promo. And receive 20% of your money back straight into your Vodafone cash wallet. Recharge and cash out in the Vodafone demo promotion.
Vodafone, further together.
Comfort, durability, finishing, quality. Choosing sofas and beds for your home, office or hotel couldn't be easier with an exclusive range of sofas and beds in various designs and colors from Latex Foam. There is so much choice whatever your budget. Latex Foam, your partner for life.
When you're the four, would you want money seek free amanone? And now one money seek aqua amanone. Any Beka customers and pimpima will win a chedia on one swallow access bank at chedia promo no. A bribia babura access bank on Krabata BM. Eco Jessica money who do mabia a free 500 Ghana cedis aircraft. Who bet me winning surprises a who do no movie. So Western Union and a money gramba with trimua. Ma access bank in Brawutri. So a man seek cancel beto access bank account mu direct there. A ye free. Freto free 0800 004400. Access Bank, more than banking.
Wouldn't you prefer an apartment hotel? One that offers the utmost convenience of a boutique hotel while offering the idyllic comfort of your own private home. Oasis Park Residences offers luxury studios, 1, 2 and 3 bedrooms both for short and long-term rental at competitive rates. Our sky swimming pool, gourmet outdoor restaurant, and a fully equipped gym rest on a breathtaking rooftop with panoramic views of the city. Oasis Park Residences, located at Shiashi Tetekwashi, 10 minutes from the international airport, is the ideal place for all your accommodation needs. Why don't you give us a call on 020-4343-009 or visit our website at oasisparkresidences.com to make your reservations. Oasis Park Residences, more than a home.
Joy 99.7 FM.
A bank that supports you, a bank that cares for you. Hand in hand, we stand with you. So lift your head up, big dreams are waiting. We'll walk with you wherever you go. Where all your dreams come alive, CBG will make you smile. We will rise with you. Your business will flourish, your name will stand out. Consolidated Bank, CBG. We stand with
You know, I still haven't told my husband. I'm afraid of his reaction.
Oh, I thought you said you would try to disclose your HIV positive status to him on your birthday.
I wanted to, but never got round to it. It just did not seem like the right time to say it.
Don't you want him to go and test to know his status too?
Of course I do. I am just afraid of his reaction. I am afraid he will walk out on me and quit the marriage.
But you can't be too sure of that.
You know, the other day, when he heard HIV in the news, he referred to it as a bad disease. And I know a couple of people whose partners deserted them because they tested positive for HIV.
But it is also important for him to test for HIV and start antiretroviral medication if he is HIV positive.
So what should I do now?
Why don't we ask your HIV counselor at the facility for advice? Come on, let us call her and find out how best to disclose your HIV status to your husband and also get him to test for HIV.
This message is brought to you by Ghana AIDS Commission.
It's the most action-packed breakfast show in town. The hottest music, the best giveaways, the great interviews, and all the laughter and fun you can imagine. Don't miss the Super Morning Show on Joy 99.7 FM. It's the best breakfast show in town.
student who died by hanging, and he
Yes.
would have been in GHS 3 by now. Listen to the mother, and I broke down.
Look, Mama V, I listened to the mother and I asked myself that simple question. And you know, the mother's situation, where she says, this is the boy that was actually helping her feed his other siblings. He plays football, but also when he comes home, he assists the mother in domestic chores, and so the mother can sell, get money, and feed the younger ones. But this is the point. The mother says, even though my son died by hanging on this tree, I have no option but to go back and sell at the same place. So every day I go there, it reminds me of my son. And look, just picture this for a minute. That you lose your son who dies by suicide. And consistently you're reminded of that plight, of that situation, because you're selling at the very place where he took his life. And you're doing so because you have no other option. But the question is, could that have even been prevented in the first place? Were there signs that we could have seen and said, hold on a minute? How many of us even know about these signs? Are there any signs? Do we know of these signs? You heard the mother say that, the father came and said, he would have, probably urinated on himself if he had died by suicide, and so she doesn't believe it. That's even our misunderstanding of the situation. Look, today there are many of us who have children that don't pay attention and don't know what it is that they go through. Listen, a 7-year-old boy deciding to kill himself because he feels not loved. 7 years. And so think about that also. And I'm asking myself, you have boys that are past 7, but just think about that. How do we balance it? We say spare the rod and spoil the child, but how do you ensure that you love children equally? And I've always remember when I was growing up, my mother saying she loves all her children equally. And we could all see it. There was no way that we would say she loved somebody more than the other. But how are we making sure that our children in this era of work, the little time that we have, we spend enough time with them to appreciate what it is that they're going through?
And Winston, when you hear experts say 1 or 2 out of 10 children could be thinking suicide,
between 10 to 20%.
And this could even be more.
Yeah.
This could be more. We just want to understand the characteristics of suicide in young children. Because you see, this 7-year-old, I heard the psychologist say, how did he even think that drinking poison, that substance was even poisonous, that he could drink it and take his own life? Just the fact that he knew all these things. There are lots that they know that we may not even know they know.
Yes.
And that's what I need help with, so that we can understand what's going on in our young children's minds, so that we can seek help. And if you've gone through, if you're probably listening and you feel that you need support, this is what the show is for, because we're going to try and get you help as well.
Indeed, we'll try and get you help with our team of experts. So stay with us here on the Super Morning Show. Later on, we'll bring you Whispers in the Dark. But before then, we're joined by our friends from Renault Ghana Premium Motors. I know, Mama V, you love that because you're driving a very nice vehicle from there. And I like that. When I saw this one, I said, hey, are you Fuchini? When I said, you understand? Do you know Fuchini?
David.
But
I want to hear about their van as well.
The express van, yes, they'll be telling us more about that. Stay with us.
He took poison, and before he passed on, he gave the explanation that it's because the mother did not love him enough and loved the younger brother than him. I'm sure there were more to it, but this is what the child says, that then if my mother doesn't love me, anytime there's a fight between me and my little brother, my mother would move to the side of my little brother.
It's the breakfast show in town. The hottest music, the best giveaways, the great interviews, and all the laughter and fun you can imagine. Don't miss the Super Morning Show on Joy 99.7 FM. It's the best breakfast show in town.
Already, and with this kind of music. Anyway, still live here on the Super Morning Show on Joy 99.7 FM. And I told you earlier that our friends from Renault Ghana Premium Motors Limited will be joining us to have a conversation about the Renault Express van. And they're here. They join us in studio. Chris Atipo is marketing manager, and Eastwood Thine Baden is the head of customer service. Good morning, Chris. Good morning, Eastwood.
Good morning. Good morning.
I like your name, the Thine. What's that?
Oh, it's just like thee or thou.
Ah, okay.
Yes.
You put that inside your name, right?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
My father like white things. So
Your father likes
white man names.
White man names. Yeah. No wonder. Eastwood Thine Bathing.
Yes.
Eastwood Thine Bathing. Okay. Anyway, so let me start off with you, Chris. Tell us a bit about Premium Motors Limited.
Okay, thank you. So we are Renault Ghana Premium Motors Limited. We've been in this automobile business since 2014.
Okay.
And next year will be a decade since the inception of a business. That makes it 10 years. So this is more or less an affirmation that we do have our footprints within the industry. Additionally, we have very staunch resources who have had over 35 plus experience in the industry, by mention of our CEO, Jihad Hijazi, amongst others. So we are more or less like a dedicated provider and the official Renault partner here in Ghana. We have in stock wide range of vehicles, right from passenger vehicles to commercial vehicles. And my colleague Baden would actually tell you how we have been committed to our customer satisfaction program, which is by building long-lasting relationships as well as partnerships. So as premium as we are, our ultimate goal as a business is to be able to provide our customers with the highest quality of services, which we call the Renault way, right? So we also have an experienced after-sales service team that assists in the repair and maintenance of our vehicles. So essentially, this is who we are.
Okay.
Yeah.
Now let me get to you, Eastwood Thine Baden, who is head of customer service. So tell us about the key features of the Renault Express van.
Okay, so the Express van is the most sought after panel van that bullies its way to the top when it comes to its competition. With the features, it has you have the daytime running light. The daytime running light is a C-shaped signature light on the vehicle where when the engine is switched on or started, you see a light where it's able to identify or prompt the next person close to it that the vehicle's engine is on. We have voice recognition control, where you are able to communicate with the vehicle to, let's say if you're in a vehicle and you are like, you request for radio and you say 99.7 is able to go to 99.7. And you're able to listen to Joy.
Oh, that's nice. So you don't have to be.
You don't have to be fidgeting with the
you're cool,
buttons.
You're good to go.
You're good to go. We have eco mode. The eco mode also manages the carbon monoxide emissions of the vehicle. It manages the power of the vehicle as well. We also have a carbon roof storage. So in the vehicle, right, there's a sort of like a storage above your head, where you're able to place invoices, receipts, or any valuable thing that you don't want to put in the vehicle for people to see. You can also put it in there. We also have anti-lock braking system. It's one of the very important features of the vehicle. It's a safety feature. When you're driving and you apply a forceful brake, sometimes the wheels lock. So that anti-lock braking system prevents the wheel from getting locked. And also in the vehicle, we have a linoleum. So it's a cover in the trunk where it prevents the vehicle from getting scratched inside. So let's say you have heavy equipment or things you place in the vehicle. It avoids the inside from getting scratched. So these are some of the features we have in the vehicle.
I mean, I'm beginning to love the vehicle already. But
sure, you should.
Help us understand. I mean, since we're talking about the Renault Express van, and there are other vans in town. So what makes it stand out from the other models within its category?
So the Express van offers one of the best practicality and technology to price and service ratio, leveraging on what Renault stands for, which is quality. We boast of the best or the biggest boot space, which is about 3,300 liters to 3,700 liters of volume space. The Express vans also comes with the best fuel consumption or fuel efficiency, with about 5 liters to 100 kilometers, and with this it also responds to all the needs of either commercial or passenger requests. And we always say that with this there's no small business when it comes to the Renault Express van.
Great. So can you share some experiences or stories from customers who have used the Renault Express van?
Oh, sure. I'll say our customers, right? They've built a strong relationship with the Express van, and with this, some of our customers within the broadband, or should I say the cable service, you get feedback from them saying that with some of the options like our carrier roof, our roof rack carrier, they're able to put their ladder on the vehicle. So unlike other vehicles like pickups and things that you have to put in the trunk, or you might not even have space, so it helps in the operation and they enjoy it. Some of our customers within the operational equipment services also enjoy it when it comes to fuel consumption, because it actually has the best fuel consumption, because they've been doing a lot of running time. So all these customers actually appreciate it to an extent. We also get feedback from customers who say the lining of the vehicle prevents scratches, prevents dents inside the vehicle, and they're also able to convert the vehicle from a panel van to a passenger van, because it already has the fittings where you can fit a seat in there, just to convert it from a panel van to a passenger van.
I'm loving that vehicle already.
Yes.
Someone says you can actually live in it.
Definitely you can. Definitely. It already has fittings. So, in some parts of the world, you can have a van and you can convert it into a studio. You can convert it into a working space. You can convert. So with a panel van, same thing. You can do all sorts of things to it.
Great. Now let me come to you, Chris. So tell us the future plans that Renault have, that Renault has to improve or expand the Express van line.
Okay, so as far as the Renault Van Express is looking for the expansion within its category, just to give a little history on how this utility vehicle evolved, it was actually introduced in 1961, and then it was commercialized in 1985, mostly used by the French in Europe. Most of them were the craftsmen and merchants. Okay, well, it was very functional. It served its purpose and everything. Over the years, it has evolved, and along the way, each model came with its unique feature. However, one thing that was not neglected in all its lines of models, its utility vocation. It actually runs through it all, that functionality. So there was a Kango, there's a Docker, and then this is the Express van. Now, we are very certain that an expansion within this line could be possibly an automatic transmission.
Okay.
However, there's an electric version which is available in the European market. Okay, but then I believe the Ministry of Transport, when they formally enact the policy on the usage of electric vehicles in Ghana, most likely we should be able to provide that into our market, standardized and tropicalized for our use, basically. I must add that we have been Premium Motors Limited has been very instrumental in together with other stakeholders, into contributing immensely to the drafting of this policy.
Okay. But let me get back to you, Eastwood, also,
Sure.
Before I come back to you finally, Chris. Let's look at, you've talked about all the good things. How about affordability? Because this is a car that I would even want to get one for the things that I do. And I've seen people sending me messages already to say, oh, I would want that one. But is it affordable?
Very affordable. And apart from it being affordable, we also have payment terms to also accommodate people who do not have upfront finances. We also have leasing partners who can also assist you to get the vehicle. So there are options if you want to purchase it. If you only have a need for it, there are options, and we are always ready to assist you.
Great. So how can we get in touch with you, and where are you located, Chris?
Yeah, so I'm excited to say that our ultra modern showroom and workshop is located at Atiko Junction. It's actually on the Dr. Buzia Highway. This is where we actually provide our clients with all the sales, or the vehicle sales, and the most reliable vehicle services management with our genuine parts, Renault genuine parts. You can reach us on 030-702-9977 or 030-708-0010. Can I repeat that?
Please do.
030-707-9977 or 030-708-0010. And you can also follow us on our social media pages, on Instagram at Renault GH, RENAULTGH. The same with Facebook.
Great. Eastwood, before we wrap it all up, tell that person who's listening to us why he or she must get a Renault Express van.
Okay, so I'm hoping that you're looking to expand your business. I'm hoping you're hoping to reach to other markets or other customers of yours. But for what the Renault Express van comes with, it's durable. It comes with a bigger space to take in more of your products, so you are able to reach out to people. It's very comfortable. The features are very friendly, and in using that Express van, you get to experience the best of all consumption, so you do not have to pay more when you're using it. So I'll just say, visit our showroom. Come, let's take you through the options. Let's take you through all the features, appreciate the functions and the benefits of the vehicle. Then we can also help you in financing it.
Last words from you, Chris?
Yeah, so just as Baden said, there's no small business. So this vehicle actually cuts across all industries, right from the formal sector to the non-formal sector. So if you're a baker, if you're a farmer, if you sell eggs or whatsoever within that industry, this is the vehicle for you. If you're into construction, telco businesses, anything that is also formal in that sector, this is the best vehicle for you. Truly, there's no small business.
So this is the best vehicle for you, the Renault Express van, get one. It's very, very important. I'll be having discussions with them on how I can get one myself. So
sure.
If I'm going to be getting one, it means that you should be getting one too. Sure. Thank you very much, Chris Atipo, who's a marketing manager of Renault Ghana Premium Motors Limited.
Thank you very much.
And to you, Eastwood Vine Bading, who's head of customer service. Stay with us. We'll be right back after these.
Well, I say all the massive road and come in. I know the scenery is for the dance and sing. And all the massive come here for let dance.
The Super Morning Show on Joy 99.7 FM, and still to come today on our hotline documentary, Whispers in the Dark, Unraveling Childhood Suicide in Ghana. And today we're bringing you a compelling exploration of this pressing issue in contemporary Ghana, the documentary that delves deep into a subject both heart-wrenching and vital. That's Whispers in the Dark, Unraveling Childhood Suicide in Ghana. We've told you already of how between 10 to 20% of children in this country have had thoughts of suicide. Just think about it. 10 to 20% have had thoughts of suicide and may have attempted committing suicide. When we return after these messages, we'll bring you the full documentary.
Joy 99.7 FM.
Your search for a distinctive university to attend is now over. I introduce you to Heritage Christian College, located at Amasaman behind the Olympic Stadium, affiliated to KNUST and UCC, and accredited by the Ghana Tertiary Education Commission.
The university offers Bachelor of Business Administration programs with options in accounting with computing, marketing, accounting, human resource management, business information technology management, entrepreneurship and technology innovation, Bachelor of Science courses in information technology and information security, nursing, and a Bachelor of Theology. We offer student entrepreneurship training with financial support.
The entry qualifications include WASSCE, SSCE, GBCE, HND, and diploma in relevant fields. Mature entrants can also come if they are 25 years and above.
We also offer 12-month Master of Science programs in accounting and taxation, accounting and finance, and human resource management.
Contact us on 0547 777 731.
Heritage Christian College, a university educating compassionate entrepreneurial leaders.
Hi, now let me share my wildlife experience with you at Safari Valley Eco Park. On our arrival, we were greeted by experienced tour guides who took us through an orientation on how best to enjoy the experience. We were surrounded by wildlife from the moment we entered the eco park. We saw zebras, sable antelopes, crown cranes, maras, silky chicken, emus, wallabies, deer, ponies, and so many animals. We watched the animals roam freely in their natural habitat, undisturbed by our presence. Our tour guide told us so much about the wildlife, their behavior, and how to interact with them. I even fed them. We also went fishing. Then we took a break to have lunch in the beauty of the open space. All of this fun and activities for a starting price of 250 cedis, and it's free for children below 6 years. As the sun began to set, it was time to go back home, but not before our sunset dinner by the campfire. We've had a thrill of a lifetime, and I can't wait to visit again. Safari Valley Eco Park, bringing you closer to nature.
If you get LPG, let me see your hand. Who are
Mr. Menu, I'm not happy with you, cry.
Oh, landlord, what is it?
Me, what is the problem? How can you allow your wife cook with charcoal and firewood? Don't you know smoke is harmful to your wife? Don't you have gas?
Oh, landlord, me, I've been using charcoal since.
You're not current at all. Now every Ghanaian uses gas because it's safe and convenient. Just one matchstick, and you're good to go. Food cooks faster and the taste is retained.
Hey, landlord, be that.
You think I'm joking, New rule, no gas, no accommodation. Even you just paid your rent, And my friend, come for your money and leave my house.
Hey, landlord, if you make a mistake and you give me this money, I'm not going to move. I'm going to buy gas.
Like you will see.
Don't be left out. LPG is safe and convenient. This campaign is brought to you by the National Petroleum Authority and supported by the Ministry of Energy and World Bank. Contact our toll-free number 080-012-300 for more information.
What? It seems Royal Foam did not get the memo. Times are tough. Prices are going up. They're giving 10% discount, free pillows with every purchase. Hey, Royal Foam. Just when you thought all they manufacture are quality but affordable mattresses and pillows, they take it up a notch by being thoughtful in these hard times. Royal Foam has reduced their prices drastically. Buy a mattress, get a free pillow. Enjoy 10% discount instantly, nationwide. Take advantage. Enjoy Royal Foam. Enjoy the best.
Call Royal Foam today on 020-227-1000 for more information.
Royal Foam. Rest assured.
Are you hoping to start university this October? If you want a British degree from a world-class university at a fraction of the cost, then join Lancaster University Ghana right here in Accra. With a diverse student community, vibrant campus life, and 50% scholarships to support your study, Lancaster University Ghana provides you with a world-class education that creates endless opportunities globally. Don't miss this once-in-a-lifetime opportunity. Apply to join Lancaster University Ghana, where learners become leaders. Admissions are currently open for our October 2023 intakes. Apply now for our foundation and undergraduate programs. For more information, contact us on +233 030 221 8989 or send an email to admissions@lancaster.edu.gh. Lancaster University Ghana, the only British university campus in West Africa.
Think about the generations and to say we want to make it a better place for our children and our children's children so that they know it's a better
Coffee
world
in your cup
for
and
them.
joy on the set. Super
They can
Morning
make it a
Show is
better
always
place.
the best bet on Joy 99.7 FM.
No feeling like returning home after a busy day at work. I mean, that feeling you get hearing the keys turning the lock to open the door and walk into your own little piece of paradise. Well, with a mortgage from ABSA, you get to enjoy that feeling over and over again. In your own home, if you're a salaried worker, you can borrow up to 5 million Ghana cedis at a fixed or variable interest rate and pay back your loan over a period of 20 years. Discover how to get things done at absa.com.gh. That's Africanacity, that's ABSA. Terms and conditions apply. Now let me introduce you to the Safari Valley Eco Park, which introduces the safari wildlife experience by creating an environment that fosters the harmonious cohabitation of forest, humans, water, and wildlife such as zebra, sable antelope, llama, wallaby, fallow deer, Patagonian mara, and many others, where everyone can come and enjoy and experience these majestic creatures at a starting price of 250 Ghana cedis and is free for children up to 6 years. It's only an hour's drive from Accra. It opens from 6 a.m. to 8 p.m. each day. Visit Safari Valley Eco Park with your friends and family today for the thrill of a lifetime. For more information, visit safarivalleyresort.com. Check out Safari Valley on Instagram or call 0596 914394. And the Cybersecurity Authority is licensing cybersecurity service providers and accredited establishment and professionals as part of its regulatory mandate, pursuant to Section 4 of the Cybersecurity Act 1038. The exercise is to ensure that industry players offer services in accordance with approved standards in line with domestic regulatory requirement and international industry best practices. Among many other benefits, the exercise will provide a legal basis for practitioners to operate and serve as recognition for professionals to offer cybersecurity services in the country. Now, this activity, which commenced in March 2023, is part of preparatory measures being established by the CSA, that's the Cybersecurity Authority, to develop Ghana's cybersecurity industry. Visit the CSA website at csa.gov.gh. For more information, concerns should be sent to compliance at csa.gov.gh. Call 053-1140-408. So time now for Whispers in the Dark. And today, we bring you a compelling Wishing up there. And as many of you may have heard, these are stories, heart-wrenching stories. Imagine a 7-year-old boy taking his life. 7 years. Imagine a 22-year-old university student contemplating suicide. And a JHS 2 student or pupil hanging himself to death. That is the situation we're dealing with. But of course, many of you who have sent messages have asked a question. So what are the signs? How do I know? Well, this morning we're joined by Professor Joseph Osafo, who is Acting Director of the Department of Aging Studies, Center for Aging Studies. He's joined us right here on the Super Morning Show. He's Acting Director, Center for Aging Studies at the University of Ghana. Professor Joseph Osafo, who is a suicidologist. Prof, good morning, and thank you very much for joining us.
Good morning, sir.
So, Prof, I mean, we've listened to these stories of young ones, dying by suicide. And one thing that strikes us, Prof, is, so for instance, the young man who's 7 years and says, because he felt that the mother loved the other brother more than him, he drinks poison and passes on. What are the signs? What do we look out for in these children to give us an idea that they are suicidal?
Thank you very much, Winston, and greetings to your listeners. First and foremost, in this is a very sad story, but one of the things that should be clear to all of us is that children equally deserve the kind of love parents express towards them. They are not completely naive when it comes to how they see parents relating to them. When you look at the way children get attached to their parents, studies even confirm that when children realize that parents don't pay attention, they are almost absent all the time, they're likely to develop into, having a personality that is quite avoidant. They don't want to be closer to someone who isn't there for them when they need help the most. And so there are a few things that we could pick from children who are experiencing some kind of emotional distress or crisis. And one of them is when a child is almost all the time quiet, sometimes withdrawn, and declining. If you see them for the child, pushing for your attention all the time. There are some kids that are very overwhelming. As soon as they see a child in your company, you see them rush on to you and wouldn't want to share you with anybody. These are signs that such a child still has some kind of emotional issue, and you will need to keep an eye. There are some children who wake up in the middle of the night screaming. They have had nightmare. If your child keeps getting nightmare all the time, it's a sign that there are unresolved issues that must be taken care of. Your child rises at the door and gets to your room, sometimes knocking on your door. They may be experiencing some panics, and they do not want to be alone. They want to be with you. You can't throw them away. And you cannot tell your child, get away, I'm sleeping. Just go back to your room. You can't do that. Just have to bring the child in and keep assuring the child, checking up on the child, how he's doing. Your child returns from school, and then he changes, and completely withdraws from everyone. Is indoors, spending all the time on his phone, does not want to relate. All of these are signs that should tell us that children equally are emotional beings, and they're experiencing some difficulties, and they need your support, your presence, and most importantly, your attention.
So, I mean, beyond these attention seeking and withdrawal, are there any things that they do that will give us a sense of, they contemplating suicide or planning or having ideas of suicide?
For example, when a child begins to act out, getting a bit aggressive, the slightest thing he flies off the handle, he throwing serious tantrums. Sometimes you may be hearing from the school that your child is aggressive and is inviting and hitting the others with some object, pricking others with pen and sharp object. All of these are signs. If you hear that your child is trailing also in school, or you can see that a child is trailing, don't take it for granted. But my child is a late bloomer. I know that some kids are late bloomers, but it's important to take a good look at their emotions along their poor performance. Usually, if they are not doing well in school and they are not getting teachers who are very encouraging or provide them what we call social reinforcement, they may come home very distressed and they don't want to go to school because the teacher may humiliate them or in some instances use a cane of them, and so they may not want to go to school. You have to explore all of this. So the point is that we have to have time for our children and be able to communicate, talk to them. What is it that, for example, gives you problems? Are you able to sleep? A child is unable to sleep a lot of the time. He's struggling to sleep in the night. And in the day, the child is not sleeping. These are signs. The child comes out, he gets angry, and he rushes to the kitchen, picks up a knife. He wants to harm. These are signs. Okay, the child in the night, everybody's sleeping, he gets up, he's walking about. You don't care why your 8-year, 9-year, 11-year-old child, when it's about 11 p.m. and still walking about, you should. And I keep telling parents that the signs may be loud, the signs may be visible, but sometimes we are loudly deaf. We don't pay attention.
Finally, since this is just part one, you're hearing stories of a 7-year-old dying by suicide, and you're asking yourself, where did he learn all of these from? And at what point do we start engaging these children to find out how they feel?
You see, some studies that I reviewed recently in the U.S. is indicating the amount of time children and adults in the U.S. spend on television. In fact, adults by age 65 would have spent about 9 years of his life watching television. And a huge number of them, especially children, are likely to be exposed to watching violent movies. When we were kids, maybe not when we were kids, but when I was about 10 to about late 20s, we were told about video games and, when we married, we wanted to buy video games for our children. But recent studies indicate that if you open up your child to competitive games, it structures their brain. So the brain is restructured and it becomes very competitive. And when a person or a child becomes very competitive, it doesn't help their mental health because they break easily during competition. So, for example, if you see children exposed to watching television over and over again, watching all kinds of cartoons that are aggression driven, okay, watching cartoons that are full of competition, and we watch them. They spend all the time watching television, playing games, and all of this. That's how they get exposed. Beyond that, look at social media. Some kids are like 8, 9 years, and parents have already given them a handset. They have access to go on various social media. Sometimes they are cyberbullied and all of those, and they are still there. So those who are socializing our children on all of these social media spaces are not parents. They are not the parents. They are mates. These are adults who have problems and they want to just abuse children, take advantage of them. So we should be careful to monitor all of these virtual spaces that our children go to, to, as it were, learn. And they don't learn good things. They pick up, colleagues and friends and adults who are completely spoiled. Those are the people who are socializing our children. So we should look at all these spaces, television, playing games, social media, all of this is expose them to learn about suicide, learn about people who may kill themselves, and they will post it. One of the things we've been trying, which we are going to repeat this year, is to continue to train the media in the reportage of suicidal cases. You tell the story and you give gory pictures and very, fine details of how the person ended his life. And especially in the print media, you've forgotten that. This is going to be downloaded and kept by a child who may be going through some distress, or anybody who may be going through some distress. And at the slightest provocation, because the person that they're reading this and knows how to act on, he just takes his or her life.
Well, Professor Joseph Osafo, thank you very much for joining us. We know that you have other engagements, so we're grateful that you made time to join us. Professor Osafo, who is Director of the Center for Aging Studies at the University of Ghana. This is just part one. And so this is a conversation that will continue. Whispers in the dark, telling us stories about childhood suicide. This is the Super Morning Show. We'll be right back.
And if you really try, you'll find there's no need to cry in this place. You feel there.
.7 FM, and let me introduce you to the new super delicious and yummy McBerry Twist Cupcake. The McBerry Twist Cupcakes are baked with natural ingredients, and they come in two flavors, vanilla and chocolate, and they taste as good as they look. The best part is they're affordable. Hurry, get a whole pack for your family. McBerry Twist Cupcakes are healthy and come in handy as portable snack for your kids to eat and share with friends at school. Indulge in the deliciously baked and irresistible taste of McBerry Twist Cupcake and enjoy the goodness in every bite. It's available in every supermarket and provision shop near you. McBerry Twist Cupcake, simply irresistible. Now, are you tired of the daily commute to work during rush hours? Or maybe you're planning a girls' night out and need a reliable ride? Perhaps you need to deliver an important parcel and want to get there on time. Whatever your reason for commuting, Access Bank and Uber have got you covered. With the Access Bank Visa card, you can enjoy 30% off your Uber rides. That's right, 30% off every ride. Use promo code Access Ride Savings to enjoy affordable convenience and cheaper rides even on a limited budget. Don't miss out on this amazing opportunity to save big on your daily commute. Visit our website, ghana.accessbankplc.com, or visit our social media handles today to learn more and start enjoying and saving on your Uber rides like never before. Access Bank, more than banking. So the Ghana Radio Authority, in collaboration with the Ministry of Local Government Decentralization and Rural Development, informs the general public that property rate bills for all metropolitan, municipal and district assemblies are available electronically on portal.myassembly.gov.gh. All ratepayers are advised to log into portal.myassembly.gov.gh with their phone numbers and validate their properties, view bills, and pay electronically using either mobile money, debit and credit cards, bank transfer and checks. There must be no cash payment whatsoever to anybody. All payments must be made online at portal.myassembly.gov.gh. The general public is further advised that Act 936-1561 prescribes sanctions, which include the sale of the defaulting properties to defray the amount owed. Ratepayers are therefore further advised to make payments only on portal.myassembly.gov.gh, as payments made outside this platform will be billed again. Kindly contact 0302 756 820 or 0549 986 968 for further enquiries. And so over the weekend, the Premier League started. The English Premier League started. And oh my, yesterday was, a super Sunday. Chelsea-Liverpool. And for many, they thought Liverpool were just going to, beat Chelsea. But hey, Chelsea proved actually that this is a new era. When we return after these messages, we bring you a review of the first weekend of English Premier League football. We'll be right back.
Joy 99.7 FM.
Imagine say water wake up at dawn. You know both. You know chop. Where it vanish for your area for 2 weeks. You not get one drop safe inside your tank.
Hey.
Haja, our life was in dangerous. Only our neighbor get water with water tank.
Water tank?
Yes, water tank. Mamma mia, that water tank get meter for checking water level. That water tank be fine past Kumasi Selenium. That water tank be tough like Ghana Army. That water tank, they carry water pepe, so say some no go left inside the supply tank. What a tank! As my boss, Mr. Poncho, go talk.
Beautiful, durable, with water level indicator and accurate volume of water. Water tank. What a tank. By Duraplast.
Did you hear that Electroland Ghana is still running Founders Day promo? Yes! From now till stocks last, make your way into any Electroland Ghana showroom and choose appliances from Samsung, Media, Nasco, and TCL at affordable prices. Products ranges from microwaves, gas cookers, fridges, air conditioners, and more. All you have to do is to walk in and grab yourself some luxurious electronics for your home at affordable prices. Or call 0503 159 739 for more info.
Yepe mule, yepe mula, yepe mule, yepe mula, yepe money.
Introducing Pick 4 from Game Park Games, the easiest lottery to play and win. Pick 4 numbers from 0 to 9 up to 3 times a day to become one of our daily winners. More moolah, more power. Play online at www.gameparkgames.com or dial *946# to play. Game Park Games is regulated by the National Lottery Authority, not for persons under 18. Play responsibly. Pick 4 from Game Park Games. More moolah, more power.
Ago Ghana. Are you struggling to pay your huge rent advance? Do you wish to pay your rent on monthly basis? Then good news is here. The government of Ghana has introduced the National Rental Assistance Scheme to help Ghanaians, especially the youth, pay for their rent on a monthly basis. To qualify, an applicant must show proof of the following minimum requirements. Be a Ghanaian, possess a valid Ghana card. You must be an adult of 18 years and above, have a verifiable employment or earned income. To apply, visit www.nras.gov.gh. The scheme is currently operational in the following regions: Greater Accra Region, Ashanti Region, Eastern Region, Western Region, Bono East Region, and the Northern Region. For further inquiries, contact 0551 341 515 or 0550 408 879. National Rental Assistance Scheme, making renting accessible for all.
We need you to read all of this in the next 30 seconds. Is that okay?
Yeah? All of it? Do they really offer all of this?
You ready?
Yeah.
Let's give it a go.
All the goals, clashes, and moments. All of Rashford, Salah, and Saka. All 380 games, all in HD. Available in all the languages you want, on all the devices you enjoy. Choose the bouquet you want from all the options available. The Premier League, all on DSTV.
What is love? Baby, don't hurt me. Don't hurt me.
What a goal by Liverpool! Scintillating, incisive football.
Bumeka. Oh, there's Disasi! And it's crept in! And Chelsea are level! And Axel Disasi has a debut goal! Cutting inside. Saka! Oh, what a goal! Bukayo Saka with an absolute gem! For a second ball in from De Bruyne, Rodri pulling away, and Haaland! That's his first touch of the ball! It's his first touch of the Premier League season, and City are in front in the 4th minute.
Don't you just love the English commentators? That's his first touch of the ball, first touch in the season, and City are ahead. Anyway, Fentio Tahiru Fentio is here. We're having discussions about the first weekend of English Premier League football, and oh my goodness.
Yeah.
Wow, Fentio.
What a start. What a start.
Well,
and that's why we love the Premier League.
I tell you. We'll get into that shortly, but first, what does wealth mean to you? Do you want to live like a tycoon? Remember who's got the mullah, got the power? Well, Ghana's newest lottery game draws live on Adum TV at 9 a.m., 12 noon and 6 p.m. daily. Now pick up your phones, tablets, computers, download the Game Park Games app on Play Store. You can also play on our website, that's gameparkgames.com, or by dialing *946# on all networks. Choose 4 numbers from 0 to 9. It's easy to play and it's easy to win. Charlie, make we play this game and make some mullah cash. Sika. Nobody beats our odds in Ghana. Game Park Games, more mullah, more power. This game is regulated by the National Lottery Authority, not for persons under 18 years. Play responsibly.
That's right. And yellow, have you ever wondered how to subscribe to a particular MTN service and how to view, add, or cancel your mobile subscription all from one place? All you have to do is just dial *175# to access and manage all your subscriptions everywhere you go.
So we know that everywhere make hot baby Ayashi, but Charlie still man for enjoy. So grab your favorite Bigo drink from Twillium Industrial Company Limited, producers of Venom Mineral Water and Rush Energy Drink. And guess what? Bigo drink gives you 20 bottles for a pack. Yes, no more 16, 4 more bottles for free. Ubia Benyabi. Boys, girls, mommy, daddy, for the party, funeral, family day out, and any other social gathering, no wala. Grab any of our flavors: cola, orange, pineapple, apple, cocktail. Bigo drink, big in taste, big in flavor, big in quantity, and very affordable for all. Bigo drink, another premium quality product from Twillium Industrial Company Limited, producers of Rush Energy Drink and Vena Mineral Water.
And if you are sinking in your bed, think again. You might want to change your mattress. That thing where you sleep and wake up with back pain, wake up with waist pain.
Yeah.
Your mattress is failing you, man. It's failing to give you the safety and comfort you deserve, and that's why you need to get yourself a Royal Foam mattress, which guarantees you the good sleep and relaxation you deserve. Today, as Space Setters, we have attached pillows to the mattress you buy, all for free. Get this offer in all of our showrooms and sales outlets across the country. Don't be left out. Royal Foam also wishes to say a big thank you to all our Royal customers for making us win the Silver Award at the 12th Ghana Business and Financial Services Excellence Awards. You can call them on 020-227-1000 for enquiries. Royal Foam, rest assured.
Great. So, thank you.
Wednesday.
What a weekend it was.
Yeah.
Now, for many, they thought that, look, there's new look Chelsea side. We said, oh, Liverpool. Yes, we know both teams had, have 1 or 2 issues. But for many, it was supposed to be Liverpool's day.
Mm-hmm.
First half got a lot of people saying, oh, Chelsea were lucky, even though, they got 2 goals. Liverpool also got 2 goals. One disallowed. But hey, the second half.
Yeah.
Chelsea played very well. And I really wanted to see them score. I don't know why, but this is what you call sweet football. Tell me more about the weekend of Premier League.
Yeah. On that Chelsea note, I think we might as well just finish with that. Chelsea surprised many people yesterday. Chelsea spent 600 million plus in the transfer market. Now, with Caicedo's deal agreed, Chelsea are heading to 800 million, almost £1 billion spent in 3 transfer windows alone. The problem was yesterday when the starting lineup came, everybody was looking at that Chelsea lineup and asking themselves, is this a squad that looks anything close to £600 million, and I think in terms of the actual names and pedigree of the players that Chelsea have spent this money on, none of them really comes anything close to what Liverpool have had, and what Liverpool put out there yesterday, even though they didn't even spend half of that money. The game itself told a different story, and I think looking back, everybody can understand that there is a bit of organization in the chaos. And it sounds a bit oxymoronic, but it's also the truth that in the chaos, Chelsea seemed to be thriving. And yesterday, they put out a very young team that was fearless, that gave Liverpool all sorts of problems. And if they just had a bit more cutting edge to their finishing, they probably should have won the game.
Exactly.
They were the better team in possession, after possession. They pressed Liverpool very, very incessantly, and they created the better chances as well. So overall, I think Chelsea fans would be very pleased with what they saw yesterday.
And we're talking about performance. Enzo Fernandez.
Oh yeah, what a performance. And it's always been said that Enzo Fernandez is not a DM. The problem was when he first came to Chelsea in January, Chelsea had let go of Jorginho, and there was no players to play in that DM position. So and Kante was injured, remember?
Yeah.
So there was no player. So he was forced to play in the DM position. In that position, he was very, very limited. And he has always said that he wants to play a little further forward. Yesterday, he was given that freedom because Gallagher was played in that DM position, allowing Enzo Fernandez to move further up the pitch in the number 8 position and express himself. And yesterday, he was brilliant. And he just showed exactly why he cost that much money. And yesterday, he was many people's man of the match. And he's very, very young. Now, imagine, and you can tell, I think yesterday's game was a big testament to why the two teams desperately needed Caicedo.
Yeah.
Liverpool's midfield was non-existent.
Szoboszlai and, McAllister.
Szoboszlai and McAllister. McAllister was their best player.
Yeah.
Szoboszlai not so much. But you see, McAllister couldn't do the job all by himself. And on his own, he's not even a DM. So he needed another player to unlock him. The same way Enzo Fernandez needed a player to free him up the pitch. And yesterday, Gallagher provided that. And Gallagher put up a man of the match performance. But imagine Caicedo in that Chelsea midfield. I mean, it's a fascinating spectacle for anyone to look forward to. So I can understand. I think Liverpool still, at this point, need a holding midfielder.
They need a Lavia.
And a Lavia and his camp, that's another story that I really don't want to get to. But they're very, very unhappy with Liverpool because Liverpool for a very long time have always known how much Southampton wanted. 50 million. But they kept bidding 46 million, 47 million, 48 million. And then when the opportunity came for them to throw in money for Caicedo, they somehow were able to find £111 million. While another player was costing 50 million and Liverpool behaved like they didn't have money. He's very unhappy with them.
Well, I think they may demand 70 million now. I mean, if you are
exactly, because they know Liverpool have 111 million.
11 million. You're probably
But I think the biggest
million.
winners of the weekend, so the opening weekend has to be, of course, Newcastle United.
You say they are going to win the league.
I said they were going to win the league. So far, I haven't been wrong. They're top of the league. So
yeah, but I mean that would actually get us into another part of this, the Premier League. And I was having a conversation with my friend Calvin Chekbo over the weekend.
Yeah.
And we said, look, if you slip, you go down.
Oh yes.
But it will be very difficult to come up.
Yeah.
It looks like this season has no.
There's competition everywhere.
There's competition everywhere.
Strong competition, and even look at Arsenal, for example. Wednesday. Now Arsenal are second favourites to win the league. I think overall everybody's favourites to retain the title will be Man City. They still have the strongest team. They won 3-0 very comfortably on Friday night against a Burnley team that had won the championship with about 6 games to spare. They are a very good team, but Man City basically humbled them like they didn't exist. And Pep Guardiola said they are far from their best. Okay, so granted, Man City are still favourites to win the league. Arsenal are that team that many people are tipping to really push Man City all the way like they did last season. But look at their start against Nottingham Forest.
Mm-hmm.
At 2-0, they thought they were cruising. Then Forest score one, and suddenly Arsenal are under a lot of pressure. And Mikel Arteta said after the game that the Premier League is like that. Because every team has the resources and the quality it costs you all kinds of trouble. So if you get a game and you don't finish it off when you're cruising, all of a sudden you could be in all sorts of trouble. And I think Arsenal would know that. Chelsea would know that. Newcastle would know that. Liverpool would know that. Man City would know that. So the competition has only gotten a bit stiffer. And I think ultimately what would determine who wins the Premier League this season would be, one, who holds the biggest squad there. How much quality do you have on the bench that can come in and do a job? Because last season, that was the undoing of Arsenal. They had a very strong starting 11. They didn't have a lot of very good players on the bench.
Do they have that now?
They do have that now. They've covered for the injury to Saliba by bringing in Jurriën Timber. Unfortunately, he got injured in the very first game. Hopefully, it's not a serious injury. But last season, the spell when Saliba was out, Arsenal win ratio dropped from over 70% to just above 30%. It was really that bad. The last 11 games of the season, when he wasn't fit, Arsenal only won 5 games. And that's because they didn't have enough cover for him. This time, they've gone in to bring a defender that can play everywhere across the back line. So that is depth. In the midfield area, we have history with Arsenal. Every time Thomas Partey goes out injured, Arsenal struggle. What do? They've gone into the market and they've brought in a midfielder that costs £105 million in Declan Rice. And so now in that midfield position, in January they brought in Jorginho. So they've got Jorginho, they've got Declan Rice, they've got Thomas Partey. So that is enough depth. They've also gone in and brought in Kai Havertz. So there is enough depth in the Arsenal team as we speak. I think the only place where they might still feel a little light might be attack. And even in that area, it's not necessarily because they don't have good attackers. It's just maybe because they might be lacking one experienced player. Because in attack, they've got very good players across. Okay, Saka is probably their best attacker at the moment. Okay, they've got Martinelli. What an assist for the first goal in that game on Saturday. And then they've got Nketiah, of course, who also scored. They've got Trossard. And Kai Havertz is coming. And then they've got Jesus. So it's a lot of numbers.
Now. But of course, he'll be back.
Jesus can't stay fit. Kai Havertz doesn't score enough. Eddie Nketiah can't be trusted to lead the line. So they need another reliable goal scorer. Perhaps.
Balogun?
Maybe. But it looks like he could be going on loan. So there is that. But I think that overall, I'm very excited about the kind of competition to look forward to this season.
Before we go, Newcastle. 5-1. Sharp.
Yeah. Oh, no. There was no. And you see, the victory was more impressive because he came against Aston Villa.
Yeah.
The most impressive team last season towards the end of the season.
Yeah.
And they brought in some good players as well. They signed some very good players, and yet they completely dismissed them like they didn't exist. And that is Sack Boy. Very good finisher.
How come none of the big clubs saw him?
Well, Newcastle is a big club. They've got Arab money. So that's the thing about the Premier League now. So it's not just Chelsea or Liverpool or Man United or Arsenal or Man City who now can buy a player for 70 million. The mid-table clubs that can buy players for 70 million. That's why a club like West Ham will see 100 million and say it's not enough. They have money. I mean, West Ham, back in the day, if any of these clubs saw this kind of money, they'll be in a hurry to sell the players.
Yeah.
Now they don't. They don't have to because they've got enough money. So they can keep their best players. And Newcastle did 2 key signings, okay, to add to the team. And that's one thing I like about this Newcastle team. Even though they have Arab money, new Saudi money, they're not going in the market and signing too many players to disrupt their squad. They're relying on the team that they had from last season, which got Champions League football, and they've added 2 key players to positions where they needed depth. They brought in Tonali. He scored on his debut. Wonderful midfielder from AC Milan. Newcastle are signing players from AC Milan. What does that tell you about the kind of money that is in the Premier League? He scored on his debut. Wonderful footballer. He gives them a certain drive, a certain presence in the middle of the park. And they brought Harvey Vance from Leicester. A handful. A player that Man United were linked to in the past. A very, very good player. Came off the bench for his debut as well and impressed. So I think Eddie Howe might, and it's unfortunate that I have to say it, but he might look like the one that could be holding them back a little bit. Because I simply don't think he has the experience, if you know what I mean.
Mentality.
Exactly. And now they have to combine Champions League football with Premier League football. And with a manager with no prior history of that sort of management, that could be their undoing.
Well, maybe he could
maybe
just
they're
be
just
the
like
one.
a world-class manager away from
The
being-
Premiership.
Exactly.
Fentio Tahiru, Fentio, thank you very much. And we'll continue with these conversations. You know, the Premier League is back, and you know we always would have to talk about it. You can't miss it. Anyway, stay with us. We'll be right back with more.
This is the biggest and the most exciting culinary show in Ghana. 6 tertiary schools presents 3 budding chefs each to battle it out here in the kitchen, knife to knife. It's time to find the toughest, smartest, and the most creative team. Which school will win the ultimate prize and earn the bragging rights as Ghana's tertiary school with the best chefs? Join me, Michelle Adekum, and the judges as we discover the best team who will serve the most amazing cuisines. This is Big Chef Tertiary. Big Chef Tertiary. The kitchen has no boundary.
Introducing Pick 4 from Game Park Games, the easiest lottery to play and win. Pick 4 numbers from 0 to 9 up to 3 times a day to become one of our daily winners. More moolah, more power. Play online at www.gameparkgames.com or dial *946# to play. Game Park Games is regulated by the National Lottery Authority, not for persons under 18. Play responsibly. Pick 4 from Game Park Games. More moolah, more power.
Coffee in your cup and Joy on the set. The Super Morning Show is always the best bet on Joy 99.7 FM.
Welcome back, and thank you very much for staying with us. And the University of Professional Studies Accra Law School, in partnership with the Ghana Bar Association, is pleased to announce the honorific lecture and award to celebrate the lifetime achievement and works of Justice Professor Samuel Kofi Dateba, the renowned legal academic and retired Justice of the Supreme Court of Ghana. Now, Justice Dateba is a towering and outstanding figure in the pantheon of Ghanaian legal scholars and judges who have since concluded a distinguished public service on the Ghanaian bench. And the event comes off on Thursday, the 31st of August 2023 at 5 p.m. at the Labadi Beach Hotel, and will extol his works and also reflect on his enduring legacy in the legal academy and the bench. Look, the event is by invitation but will be streamed live on social media platforms of the UPSA Law School. Kindly visit the social media platforms of UPSA Law School or email upsa.lawschool@upsamail.edu.gh for information on how to be a part of this. So Kingdom Books and Stationery Limited says you can now shop by simply logging on to kingdomstoreonline.com, and they will arrange delivery to your home and office within a reasonable time, offering free delivery within Accra and Tema, and they accept payment via Momo across all networks. Terms and conditions apply at Kingdom. Quality and affordability are their hallmarks. And it's all of the Premier League, all on DSTV. Catch all the goals, moments, clashes, derbies, and drama. Make sure to stay tuned to all of Rashford, Haaland, and Saka. Watch it all unfold live in HD with the option of our exciting commentary in 3. All this on the package of your choice. No one else offers all of the Premier League but DSTV. Get your DSTV decoder with a 1-month compact subscription for 299 Ghana cedis and add a satellite dish for 100 Ghana cedis, or stay connected on *759# to enjoy it all. DSTV, it's your moment. And that'll be all from us this morning here on the Super Morning Show on Joy 99.7 FM. Thank you so much for staying with us on behalf of the team led by Sami Odame. My name is Winston Amwa. We'll leave you in the hands of DJ Wobeti, who